Captain Rocky Mountain Ricky. It is episode 658 of the Working Class Bowhunter podcast. I'm your host, Kurt Geyer, speaking.
Eric Common.
And Doug Schmidt.
Austin Chandler.
A.K.A. the Lord.
The Lord is here.
Returning for the 11th time, maybe setting the WCB all-time returning guest record, Larry Mack, a.k.a. Larry Mack. Larry McCoy from Elite Archery's in the business again.
Woohoo!
What's up, dude?
Man, I'm back again. It's been 11 times, really?
11. This is the 11th time, yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
144? Oh, fuck, I clicked
He's like,
on
I
it.
thought I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 144 was your first episode, I think.
No
That's
kidding.
what I thought that said.
Well, you got to think too, there's a couple Nebraska ones in there too that were.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. Yeah, so this is, you got more in there then. I don't think
I
that
do. I remember those now. Those are a good time, weren't they?
Well, we kind of remember them.
kind of forgot them.
We were there.
So you might be, there was 2 Nebraska episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be your 13th time.
Wow. It keeps growing. By the end of the podcast, it's going to be like, man, it's been 27 times.
Man, what happened? Oh, yeah, we forgot about those ones.
Do you live here?
Yeah, what the hell? How do you keep getting in on this stuff? Well, dude,
shows
we've,
up.
I mean, fuck, it's been years. I appreciate you for your friendship with WCB and Elite with the partnership. And you guys have been the title for the last 2 years, a little over 2 years now.
Yeah.
Hopefully for another 2 years and going.
Yeah.
Until everyone's just like, podcasts suck, we're done with them.
I don't see that.
20 years.
I don't, radio lives, right? Radio's always lived
Oh, yeah.
since the invention of it. And it's just the changing time. So it might not be a podcast, but maybe it'll be whatever it is. And
Yeah, technology keeps evolving, so it's like, but still, at the end of the day, you're like, some of that just traditional, stuff at one time, coming in the wave of the future, podcasts are going to be like, man, that's a traditional way to market.
Yeah.
Right.
Traditional way to get to the audience. But
what radio is, as new as podcasting is, radio is like, it's what it is. It's just on the internet now. Whereas if we weren't on the internet, we'd be radio.
yeah,
It's the only thing that's different.
Absolutely. It's a pretty much, it's the same thing. You're just consuming and you could control what you want to talk about.
Yeah. I think the only thing that'll change is like AI is going to play a major part in like the direction of content.
Yeah, like Morgan Freeman doing your, hello, I'm on the working class.
Morgan, thanks for coming.
Buddy.
We'll have any guest we want, but
Yeah, you'll be over there typing while
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption.
But you'll for
City
sure be
Sweeney, I'm
able to
glad you're
tell,
here.
like an AI podcast, you'll be able to know for sure. But it's like, what role will AI play into hunting? Hopefully, no role.
Man,
It's scary.
it is. It's scary. It's very scary because you think about all the social platforms, everything that you're going to. What are you actually watching? It's you don't know if somebody's programmed this and your lips are matched up perfectly to audio, and some of the shitty people out there that are doing that. It's like out there. It looks like that old. It's like you want to fight. Fight me.
What's up, Doug?
Dude, I heard an AI ad read of my voice, and I thumbs downed it fucking before I even got done with that. Listening to it, yeah, because it sounded like me, but
It was
you
you,
could
but
tell
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't me.
Yeah.
It was just shit that I wouldn't say.
Right.
Like the AI voice didn't say faggot one time. And I'm like, well, this is not realistic.
There it is.
Nobody's
going to
You almost had me.
Oh, you thought I was AI right now?
That's not me.
That's how you know it's real.
Yeah, that thing wasn't
He's back.
homophobic at all. AI Kurt's accepting to all forms of sexuality. It just made me uncomfortable. Yeah. So I'm like, man, if I'm allowing like AI ad reads of mine that don't sound like me, it's like, what else am I willing to do?
But it is. I'm telling you, AI. How evolved the technology's come to a point to where it's like your kids or anybody's just sitting around looking at social media. It's like, they could be looking back in my day. It was like Teletubbies. My kids are growing up, Teletubbies and all these. It's like, can you imagine like they've got like all these different characters with Teletubby voices and all these different people. You don't even know what they're saying, but yet they can type it in.
Yeah.
And just reproduce someone's voice. Almost perfectly to the point to where it's like,
Yeah, for like cartoon producers and like kids show producers, your job's got so easy.
So easy, yeah.
right.
Anyone can be a producer anymore.
For that stuff, like a writer.
Yeah.
Like okay, so I've started writing some articles, right, as of recent. At what point does like writing somebody that's just like, I'm just going to use AI to write all my shit? They could.
They absolutely could, and that's the thing. And
But that sucks, though.
it does. It does. It takes a lot of. I feel like working for Elite and stuff. We've got a lot of time and energy, a lot of bodies that go in to touch all the products, and mind share that goes into why things are built the way they are. And I'm sure all the other bow companies and stuff do. And to be able to take it, program it into a computer, and somebody really decipher that, and someone else tell that story. To me, it's kind of kicking the balls, because it's like, I cherish all the effort that went into every product, that goes in. It's like it's discrediting all the mind share,
The hard
the
work.
ideas,
Yeah.
the hard work, and everything that actually goes into it. And for AI to be able to replace that, it's dude, it is a kick in the balls.
It could really deplenish. Greg, we did that podcast, the Victory Drive WCB collab, about Greg Ritz bringing TC back. He said the big thing, he's like, basically like the passion behind the brand, like the love and care that comes into like making a good product, and the camaraderie of the team and the passion of the team. Once AI can get into replace like engineering on, say, archer equipment, you kind of start watering down the team enthusiasm, effort factor, which in turn I think probably lowers long-term productivity.
For sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, creativity kind of goes out.
Yeah, you don't have to be creative anymore, so you just
Well, for
do
just
whatever.
like for this piece of equipment right here that we're going to talk about here in a minute, I know, just because I work for Elite, the engineers and how long this has been a process. If we were to just type, hey, we have a recurve in, these are the adjustments, this is the new stuff that's, and they, put it out there. I feel like, I'm doing a disservice to the people that were the mind shares behind it, because I literally am by far no expert on a recurve bow, and this is going to be a great journey, a fun journey for me as well, trying to learn how to, manipulate a bow, how to shoot it, how to repeat the process, and everything. And just talking to Austin earlier before, it's like he was even using terms I was like, I don't know what the hell that means.
And you're just shaking your head. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'll look that up later.
Heard, the engineer said that one time, I remember.
heard it once.
But being AI, being able to decipher how they send that message to me, like I said, it's just a kick in the balls to our engineers and our whole team, because that's why the team at Elite is very tight knit, and we try to keep things, basically open within the team to hey, try this out. What do you think about this or all that? So it's not just like a super close knit group that's like, okay, this is what we got that's new.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's like, well, shit, no. We've all got some input, some ins and outs. From me, whether it's in the field, through setting up bows in general, and all stuff, just for quick setup, being able to adjust to anybody, to any hunter, or if a guy just likes to recreational shoot, and shoot, AI can destroy all that because it's not coming from you. The mind share of you actually sitting down and writing and thinking about how do I really want to portray this to the customer, to the average customer, and not talk over their head. Or if someone does have a question, feel like they can, respond to the, to Elite or whoever, whatever manufacturer it is, and have somebody answer it. Because it's even gotten to that point. I mean,
dude, you know what I think you're gonna see? Like everyone, USA made's a big thing.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna say USA made, non AI produced.
You're probably right.
Like that'll be like the future of it.
yeah.
Like we use no AI in the production of this engine. Like no AI was used in the engineering of this product.
Yeah.
I bet you like that'll be like it'll be the badge
Right.
with USA made.
I can
next to
definitely
it.
see that happening for sure.
Wow, that
Crazy.
sucks, but
It's gross.
it is kind of right. How weird! I never fucking thought we'd be talking about AI. Well, if it can write shit for you and do this, why can't it write engineering formulas or whatever the hell you need to do?
Exactly.
It's probably out there somewhere already.
It'll be a blessing and a curse, and depending on what industry it is. I think when it comes to like architecture, like certain challenging efforts for safety and whatever, like if it can make a flawless plan on how to make a most complicated, like an indestructible bridge or whatever, you
Or
know,
a building or something
then
like
that's
that,
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. It's just weird. How do you navigate?
The other thing, though, is it's almost becoming more of a way of life. When we all grew up and, it was like, work your ass off. Your dad didn't, boom, get your ass over there. Throw that bale of hay or whatever. But
Yeah.
now it's like, the way the world's changed. So it's like you got to teach the work ethic into somebody to actually, when they start something, to finish it. Hey, you're gonna freaking go down. You're gonna fall in a hole. You got to figure out how to crawl back out of it.
Yeah.
Where now it's like, I fell in this hole.
How do I get?
How do I get out?
Here, let me ask somebody if I can get out of this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here they go. They're going to give me a lending hand and lift me out of it. And
It's
that's
so
scary.
weird.
Yeah, it is. It is very weird.
That's true. I think, man, I don't know.
It's scary, man. It's
The
scary.
productivity of like the future. It's like, okay, let's talk the productivity of like, work, right, is one thing. We've all experienced that. And I feel like I have a good work ethic to like make a living. Mm-hmm. But if I'm not passionate about it or really care, I mean, obviously that's why we've all ended up where we're at right now in this room. It's like I would do anything to hunt or do hunting or work related to hunting or what I'm passionate about. But it's like, at what point does the work ethic that goes into, or the amount of work it goes into like patterning a whitetail and like, or whatever it is, setting your goal for bow hunting, killing your first deer, killing your biggest buck, killing a deer with a recurve. Like, does AI somehow get into that with hunting? Because then it's not fair chase anymore, probably, right?
Man, I hope not.
That'd be
because,
weird.
I mean, that's, growing up, and same with, I'm sure all of you is, I mean, that was just a huge part of it, is not only remembering the success stories, but all the times of literally, I mean, it sounds cliche, but the one that got away,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that close encounter, or the ones like, gosh, if I would have just done this, or if I'd have just done this.
Or even the screw up stories, those are almost, those stick out more to you than the success
sure.
The
stories.
shoulda, woulda, couldas.
Yeah.
Hunting's not supposed to be easy, and that's why it's appealing to all age groups and classes of people and different income levels. Like, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be something that you figure out on your own. You're not supposed to take shortcuts to achieve success. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's a great tie-in. And I want to this. I like this conversation. I want to go back to this somehow. But it's a great tie-in for the new product from Elite that's sitting on the table. It's like, this would be what the internet haters would want Elite to put out.
Yeah.
To a point.
Yeah, to a point for sure. And I think
Or not. I don't know.
well, honestly, depending, no matter where you go, it seems like there's haters everywhere.
Yeah, fuck the haters. We're doing us.
Yeah, they're going to agree or disagree, whatever. But as an outdoorsman, avid outdoorsman, and hunter, or if just an outdoor enthusiast, if you think about traditional archery as a whole and how far back it goes, I mean, there's icons in the industry that's all they hunted with. The reason why the compound bows and stuff were invented, and even the thought process was there all the way back to, Indians killed animals to survive with a stick and a string. And over the course of time, obviously technology evolved, and with this particular piece of equipment, which this is the brand new Elite Flex recurve, and there's a lot of time share that went into it. Is how do we make a recurve that is adjustable, smooth shooting, with all the attributes that Elite's known for. Mm-hmm. And so this is a long process that the engineers at Elite, went through to make sure it was right, to have the adjustments that's going to be effective to not only the experienced recurve shooter, but someone that can experience, new to recurve or traditional archery in some way, shape, or form, whether it's recreational or hunting, and then go out and enjoy shooting a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
So, and with the features of this particular rig, it's pretty incredible on what the engineers came up with as far as all the tunability of a recurve bow to make it shoot the way you want to shoot, to make it feel the way you want.
Yeah, to make it your bow.
Exactly. So, so we're super excited about it, but this is the new Flex from Elite, and a few of the key features too that came up with the arc system here. Which what that is you can basically change the position of the pocket, so you can utilize this as a 17-inch riser or a 19-inch riser, and by just moving the pocket from this slot to this slot. And it has hash marks in there, so you can also control the tilt of the limb here, so which will raise and lower poundage, and for how the bow stacks and so on and so forth.
Adjustability on brace height, probably.
Yep, absolutely. So with that, also you can adjust the rest, micro tune the arrests in and out to get it to where, so you can hone in your arrow flight rather than maybe in some cases back in the day you had to take one end off and twist the string up or do whatever you need to do. But now there's multiple ways to be able to achieve a lot of the same things and literally honing it into the way you want to shoot. I personally don't know enough about a recurve shoot, but I've been shooting it for about a month and a half. And I was telling Austin, I was blown away by when I first went out there. I mean, I was spraying arrows everywhere. I thought, man, I suck. There's no way this is ever going to freaking work. I mean, this is not going to work at all.
Yeah.
But there was just something about me. It was like, I got to go do that again. There's no way I was shooting that bad. And
like put it away and then went back out. Yeah.
And now it's like, I got to go shoot it every day. So I'm by far not super efficient or confident enough to go into the woods with it, but I'm having a blast just going in, trying to learn the ins and outs of what works for me with the bow. And I have seen some improvement from where I started to where I am now as far as my group's tightening up.
Yeah.
Because realistically, you're not going to go shoot 30 yards and everything. You're going to be at that 15-yard range, and that's probably going to be, when you say Austin, probably right about the middle of the road, right there.
Yeah,
peak.
if you can shoot good at 10, 15 yards, I mean, that's a good shot with traditional equipment. You get back to 20 and 25 yards, then you're getting to be more of an experienced shooter. You know things about form to consistently get your group tight, and 20 yards is getting back there.
Yeah, and that's my thing. So staying within the realm to where you can build your confidence up to be like, hey, whether you choose to shoot, with your, split, with 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, or 3 fingers under, it's totally personal preference. There's so many like personal preference options with,
and that's what's great about this bow. It's so easily tunable. Like somebody that likes to shoot split finger is going to be able to adjust the tiller on this bow and get it shooting bullet holes faster than you would be with an older traditional bow. I mean, there's something beautiful about those old bows. You appreciate the woodwork and everything, but for somebody looking at a piece of equipment like this, an ILF bow, this thing has more features and more adjustability than any other bow that I've ever seen. So it's going to be so easy to tune this thing and get it just shooting bullet holes right down to the gate.
And real quick, to back up some credibility here, if people aren't regular WCB listeners, Austin and Ross have been less frequent lately with the busy hustle and bustle of life, but Austin is here you're at the most experienced traditional archery shooter.
Yeah, and I'm just dipping my toes into it.
Yeah,
like
but you've killed 2 Pope and Young bucks in a season. Your first year, you shoot. You have more experience than you're leading on, but you're also humble. But.
Well, they're just fun to shoot, and I still shoot them today. I mean, I just shot it at the shoot last weekend. But that's what's fun about it. Like, you don't have to be super serious or super knowledgeable to enjoy it. Like, they're just, I was talking to Larry, it's an addiction. Like, once you dip your foot into it, you just want to go all in. It's so fun, and you just want to come back and keep doing it and figuring out things about it. People don't realize how deep that rabbit hole is.
Yeah. It's super fun for me, like, because you hit the nail on the head. I couldn't really pinpoint why I was really just, not because I say, hey, I'm going to go just hunt with a recurve or do anything. No, this is just totally because it's been a blast for me to be able to go and experience. Man, it was like learn how to shoot a compound bow again, but at a different level.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It's a great way to put it.
Because it was like I had to literally start from scratch and figure out how can I be consistent with this bow. And what am I doing wrong? Because like I said, I was spraying arrows all over the place. And then the more I shot it, the more comfortable I was getting. And it does take I feel like a different element of muscle memory and everything to be able to repeat the process. Because even with a compound bow, you want to shoot a compound bow good. I mean, the ultimate objective is to repeat the process the same over and over again.
Yep.
And it's no different with this, whether it be anchoring, your release. Because I noticed I'd have some arrows, man, they flew pretty. The next arrow I shoot, I was like, what the
hell's going on with that thing?
Did that shoot through the riser?
That's the whole name of the game with this is everybody's style's a little different. Everybody's going to torque the bow a little different, hold it different, have a different place where they anchor in their face. And if you can do it your own way and find a consistent way to get there and do it every time and get a consistent release, that's when you're going to start seeing your groups really tighten up.
The cool thing too about this particular bow as well is because it does have, if you don't want to shoot off the shelf, which like I said, it is micro tunable, so you can move the rest in and out the shelf here, or you can simply remove it and put a rest on it if you want.
Yeah.
Also, if you do decide you want to shoot a sight, it does have sight mounting holes as well. Literally anything that you would want for recurve as far as adjustment, you can do it with this bow. Like I said, 17 or 19 inch risers. It comes in a short, medium, or long version.
Yeah.
ILF options.
What does that mean again? I know you guys talked about it a little bit before the episode.
I should know what the abbreviation stands for, and I don't.
Sure
but
either.
it's basically referring to the platform of the bow. So this is an ILF style traditional bow. So it has limbs, and you can see these little silver tabs on the back. They interlock into the limb pockets. And
International limb fitting.
there you go. So you can take different manufacturers of limbs and use on this bow, or you could take those limbs and put on a different riser. Like, they're all interchangeable. So that's kind of a cool.
So
That is slick.
ILF stands for International. By the way, this was an AI overview that wrote this up.
God damn.
Here we go.
Son
ILF
of a
stands for
bitch.
International Limb Fitting, and it's a universal system that allows archers to combine ILF risers and ILF limbs. This standardization of the archery industry, developed by Earl Hoyt Jr., allows archers to mix and match limbs and risers.
Yep.
Awesome.
So,
Badass.
like I said, the customability literally continues with it. I mean,
Yep.
being it's a ILF option, you can switch out whatever limbs you want.
And something that's impressive about this is it comes with carbon limbs. So it's a super high quality limb that's coming with this bow. And like you said, you can get it in. Do you know that you remember the lengths on the limbs? There's a low, medium, and long.
I know
one.
the short was a 58 inch, I believe, at the 19
Yep.
inch position, 62 and 64 maybe.
Yep.
Just off the top of my head.
So you guys can just imagine with 3 different limb lengths and your adjustability at the riser between 17 and 19, all the different combinations of length you can get out of this bow. I mean, it's going to be super versatile.
Yeah, and some people may be wondering why, because of the 19 inch adjustment for the riser, the bow does come with another set of strings. So depending on which riser position you want the pockets to be in, if you want to be in the 19 inch position or 17 inch, you will have a set of strings that comes with the bow that's going to adapt to either or.
That's awesome.
I love the throwback elite graphics too on the
Yeah,
on the
that's
limbs.
a sweet touch, man, wasn't it? I was
Slicker
super
than
pleased
cheap.
to be able to see that because, I mean, that logo right there, that's where it all began.
See, I just love. We're elite fans, right? We're elite enthusiasts. We were talking at dinner. We talk about this every time you're on about like how it's like you guys are the only bow brand people still want old gen elites, like
Yeah.
the Energy Series stuff. You go in forums, people are looking for E35s and shit right now. But I think that's neat to do that. Another thing that's cool, Eric has the first recurve you guys did.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the model of that recurve?
Origin.
The Origin.
yep.
That's right. That's
Yep.
right. And I'm jealous of that. I wish I would have snagged one. You got one through Scotty, right?
Scotty, yeah.
Snortway Scotty had one. That motherfucker.
Funny side story.
If he dealed bows like if he dealed cars like he dealed bows, he'd have a full blown $1 million dealership.
That's why when he got it, because I know Scotty, he's like, when he got it, I'm like, oh, if you ever saw that, let me know. He's like, I'm never selling this
Never
thing.
selling it.
3 days later.
It was like 2 days later. He's like, hey, you want to buy it? I'm like, bring it to the studio. I'll pick it up from you and give you cash.
Yeah, that needs to be here. We need to get. So we've been talking about this now that our audition's done. Which you're the second guest to see it. Well, Michael Lee got to see it.
Oh, did he?
For the completed
Yeah.
deal.
Michael
the
Lee,
other
yeah.
week. Yeah, great. Well, Michael Lee saw almost done, and then like Bucky, Cody, and Jacob were in here last week. So you're the first clean non-construction week person.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Man, it turned out great. I happened to be here right when it got gutted, and I was like, I think I told Eric, I was like, I really could not vision what this was going to look like.
this is what Elite's been paying for behind the scenes.
I was like, wow. There was like holes in a brick wall and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it turned out phenomenal.
It somehow came together. But what I want to do is, Doug has almost, except for one, every Elite.
I mean, I could get it. My dad has it.
We need to get them all hung up. I want to do like an Elite display,
Yeah,
and then you could bring the Origin over.
Yeah.
that'd be
Throw
cool.
it up.
That'd be cool.
It'd be neat.
I have the Impulse 31 all the way to now.
Yeah, yeah.
See, but then we got Ross has a 35 and a Synergy. I'm supposed to buy that 35 off them just for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah,
But
for sure. There's the thing is, and you're right. There's so many people that through the history of the brand and how it's evolved, just the fit and feel of Elite, how smooth it was, the high let off with the the really long dwell zone is what we call it.
yeah,
It was, in my opinion, was perfectly made for the bow hunter.
Yeah.
for sure.
For the guy that's like, in that crunch time situation, that's going to be able to, like, man, I don't know if I can hold this. I mean, there was a hunt last year on RTG where Larry and I was shooting the Ethos, and I literally, it was early season, the first hunt of the year, out of the gate, and there was the velvet buck in Mississippi come out, and I was like, he came out and he pegged me. I was in actually a box blind. He was walking by, and the chair creaked, and he just was like, got on edge, and I'm like, and he was right in the blind spot of the blind, and I'm at full draw. I got in full draw because he was just about ready to walk out, and I just had to sit there. And it was literally, when we turned it was like 3 minutes, and so I just sitting there holding back. You can hear my my breathing and everything just changing as it's like, holy crap.
That probably felt like 3 hours, didn't it?
Oh, it absolutely did. And the thing is I don't know that I'd have been able to do that with any other bow.
Yeah, jumpy ass bow or something,
So and luckily we were able to, I was able to hold back and made a good shot on him. But Ryan even told me I was totally expecting you to miss that sucker. he's like, dude, I thought you were going to send one sailing.
Just the honesty.
Yeah. He's like, just send one sailing. I was like, dude, I did too.
Can't believe I pulled that off.
That's what sold me on Elite back in the day. So I bought a brand new bow in 2012, and it had a jumpy cam, big manufacturer. And I'm like, I just don't like this thing. I went over to Ross's, and he had some Elites. And
How did Ross get into the whole Elite thing?
He was a dealer when I was looking around for a bow at that time in 2013 is when I got that Elite Hunter. And that dwell zone that you're talking about, it was almost hard to let up, just so comfortable to shoot. And for a bow hunter, I'm like, how can you get any better than this? This is perfect. And I've been shooting them ever since.
See how random, because we didn't know Ross or you at that time. How the fuck did we? So thinking about it, we started the podcast early 2015.
Somehow, I think, because when we had Darren on in 2015.
Yeah, but I already had my Elite.
But we got those through a different shop.
Yeah, but by the time when we had Darren on, I already had my Elite. Because that day I had an Elite t-shirt on when we were at the Bone Shed.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how we met Ross.
No, I don't. I think it was legitimately a coincidence that we got into Elite, and then Ross just happened to be a dealer of Elite.
Yes.
I think that was pure coincidence.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what woke me up to Elite. I've told that story where I had a new Hoyt Carbon Spider, and I went and shot a Synergy, and I'm like, I'll trade you straight up for this. I just bought this bow like 2 months ago. They're like, what? It's like
we'll do that.
$800 difference in bow price. You want to trade? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just don't charge me anything. Just kind of just swap you out. They're like, yeah, you can order whatever color you want. So I ordered it.
And I know I probably said this in the previous 29 episodes.
It's going up.
But I feel like comfort, being comfortable is vitally important to how you're going to shoot. And the dwell zone and everything we've been talking about. And like I said, I say this all the time. If you're comfortable, you're going to shoot better. Mm-hmm. If you're worried about letting it go, your mind's going to tell you to let it rip.
Yeah, if you're feeling the pressure of the jumpy cam or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. So
infiltrating you.
You're talking about Darren. You brought up Darren, and Darren Christianberry is and a lot of people, that follow target archery, probably they know this, but a lot of people that don't. Darren was having issues, and he's a well-renowned archer. Mm-hmm. I mean, like a very decorated professional archer. Was going in, and as you get older, things change or whatever, and he was having some knee issues and some shoulder issues, and he was shooting right-handed, and got to a point to where he was still shooting better than I could ever shoot. But he wasn't happy with the way his bow was holding and went to the doctor, and he's like, man, it's just, this is the way of life. You're getting older, or there may have been some other issue that I don't know about, but he was talking to Nathan Brooks, another one of our pro archers, and Nathan literally in passing was just like, just switch shooting left-handed. And
I remember we kind of talked about this when you and Ryan were in last time.
Dude, he switched to left-handed. I mean, just try it. Just try it.
No.
Act like you're going to shoot a bow left.
Dude, we were just talking about this the other day. Throw a rock
even
left
get one
handed in
back.
front of a crowd of people. Everyone's going to be like, look at that faggot over there throwing rocks.
Exactly.
You're going to throw it as gay as you can.
Yeah.
What
You
the
just-
fuck was that?
I don't think I could draw a 40-pound bow left-handed. I've never tried it.
Bro,
guess.
I wouldn't even attempt it out of embarrassment.
no.
There's no way.
So I know we talked about it the last podcast that Ryan and I were on.
Yeah.
But and the reason why that's one reason why I brought it up because this year through the pro circuit, Darren's been on the podium
That's insane, dude.
Shooting left-handed.
shooting left-handed.
Has anyone
God,
ever done
what a
that in
boss.
like tournament
I
archery
don't know.
history?
I haven't researched it, but
By the
he
way, we
still
said this
using-
last time. We need to get Darren back on the fucking podcast.
It's been too long.
ain't
Is
no
he
doubt.
using his dominant eye, like his right eye, or is he?
No,
like,
he's just he's
switched
shooting
his
like,
eye up.
yeah,
And everything.
he's dude. I don't know what he's doing. All I know he's pounding X's and shooting the shit out of. I mean,
That's
he's
wild.
shooting awesome. So
I couldn't even imagine
It's hard to
looking.
yeah.
So
I
man,
don't know that
I got a lot of respect for him. Just the work that it takes to go in to shoot at that level. You know, being able to switch hands.
Like, what's he
and-
shoot a day? How many arrows a day?
A lot. Like when I'll call him, I'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'm just shooting my bow.
Yeah, it's like all I do.
Yeah. So, but I mean, and he works for TOG, so we talk, quite frequently. But and he's taught me so much about archery as a whole as well, and also just watching him evolve because he was very good back then, and he's very good now, even shooting left-handed.
That's insane.
Bizarre.
So it is. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
what a restart button there.
Yeah, no shit. And still, he just stayed top of the game. It's nuts. Well, I'm excited about the Flex, man, because I've been talking about dabbling, about getting into traditional archery, and like here it is. And then, but you know what I'm more excited for is like, I don't want this to sound bad, but it's almost like you get to the point with your compound where you take it so seriously, even in your practice, that you kind of ruin the fun. I enjoy it; it's still fun, but I'm like, well, if I'm not in the dot every time at 20 yards, I'm like, you suck. And then I kind of like,
Yep.
I beat myself up over the skill that I'm putting in while I'm practicing.
Yep.
And not that it's not fun, but you just put a level of pressure on yourself. Does that make sense? Kind of?
100% it does. And I'll tell you there's how I fix it because I went through the same exact thing when I was shooting at dots. I was like, man, I may be in the dot, barely in the dot, but it wasn't good enough. I wanted
Well,
to be
center
right.
of the
I-
dot.
yeah,
Why is
I
it
wanted
not
the center
center?
dot. So when I started to feel that way, I started shooting at an animal target
Yeah.
because then it changed my mind frame. Like, okay, yeah, I knew that my pin was where it was going to, where it's in the vicinity where it needed to be. My arrow was there, and I was going to kill that animal if it were a live animal. So it kind of changes your mindset because man, archery is mental. It's
so mental.
It's so mental. It's like it's crazy how your mind takes over.
See, I've said that statement before, but here I am trapped into this like, got to get dialed in,
Yep.
and forgot about it.
Yep.
Because I started to do like simple things. Like now I have my bow. Like, okay, so before we've been busier this year than we've ever been. Right? We got kids, we're remodeling, we got the shoot coming up, we're trying to do a business but be responsible and shoot our bows. So I've shot my bow less than I've ever shot my bow so far. And it's gonna change, right? Like I'm gonna get to nailing it down, especially like this week starting post shoot and all that stuff. But I've done simple things to make it easier. So before I'd have to like grab my bow, grab everything, my rangefinder, my binos, get everything, Allen wrenches, all that to tune in, get everything. Okay, kids are good. Come on, kids, we're going to the backyard. Walk all the way up my backyard. I got a big yard. Set up out there, shoot for a little bit, and then by the time it's time to go get the kids to bed. So I did all that setup and prep to get out there to shoot 10 arrows. Next thing you know, it's like, all right, the mosquitoes are eating the kids. They're fucking bitching. I'm bitching. We got to go back inside.
They're carrying the kids away.
So it's just too big of a project. So I've started to do little things. Now my bow is hanging right by the back door. I took a fucking gay ass picture down, hung a hunter hanger in, got my bow hanging there. I have rangefinder, Allen wrenches, and then right where my deck is on the side of the house, I put 3 morel targets on the side. I'm going to get an animal target out there. So now I can step out and crank 20, 30 yards at right now. I don't got to grab it or gather anybody. The kids want to ride their scooters up and down the driveway. I can stand at the edge of the driveway and shoot. And like little things,
Yep.
So I'm
Make it
doing
easier.
that and just trying to simplify things. So
Exactly. I mean, and that's a great way to go about it. Is make it to where it's more convenient.
yeah,
And
Instead of
one
more
thing
like a
that I do,
job.
one
We gotta
thing
get a
that I
target
do is
here.
one thing that I do is during the day, is if I'm on a conference call or get off a conference call or whatever, because I work from home primarily, but I'll take my bow and one arrow out there, and like if I'm in between conference calls, I got 15 minutes, I'll go out and I will shoot that one arrow, because I tell myself every time, this is that one arrow that you're going to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
To basically just get in that frame of mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a hunting situation,
Make it count.
Yep, make it count. So you got one shot at this, and there's times, I'll make a shitty shot, and I'll be like, well, damn, that sucked,
What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Beat yourself up mentally for a whole meeting.
But my mind tells me you need to correct it right now, but I don't. I usually will wait till later that day, like after I get there, and I'll just start over, because it just gives me a reboot.
And sometimes it's on the opposite. And I'll take 6 arrows and I'll launch one at 40 and try it in there. I'm like, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm shooting one arrow because I know if the next one's way off, I'm going to be pissed.
You can shoot too much.
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
practice and fuck yourself up.
Everybody's different as far as how much they can shoot, to where you can actually start to overthink things. One thing that I've done through so far this summer was, I felt like just being able to watch myself, because we're always filming, but my shot process was super fast. And I didn't know if it was because I didn't really know why. My eyes, whatever it may be, like my pin's there, I better get rid of it, type of deal. So I went to that new release that Scott came out with, the Fusion, and set it super long, like a back tension, and just started practicing with that. And when we just got back from a bear hunt, and Ryan actually made the comment. He's like, dude, I've never seen you take that long to just execute and settle in. And usually it's like, if it's there, he's dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I turned around, you could tell, I was like, man, that felt good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, man, because I can very seldom, well, where'd you have your pin? I was like, I guess where my arrow hit. But when you slow it down like that, to where your shot timing and everything, it's has lengthened, where you can experience that aiming process. It kind of reboots your brain.
See,
as far as get rid of it.
I'm glad we're getting into this conversation. So I'm supposed to hunt Cape Buffalo in South Africa, and I went in. I want to try the Fusion. I've not tried it yet. I'm a hex guy. I was shooting the where are we at here? Wrist strap. What was I shooting?
The Verge.
The Verge.
The Verge?
Yep.
No, I was. Maybe it was the Verge. I was shooting a different one, the Echo.
Okay, yeah.
Echo's a regular one. Maybe
Yep.
it's not on this top list here. Or maybe.
Echo, yeah, man. That was my jam for a long time. I still hunt with the Echo and the S2 quite a bit, and I would hunt with the Verge now. But that was my whole point of saying that too.
I have a Verge and I like it.
Yeah.
It shoots similar to a back tension and a more wrist strap style.
The cool thing about this new Fusion is you can modify it. It's like 3 different releases in one.
Okay.
And so it's like a Verge style release. I mean, I shoot it more like a hinge, but I was using that to practice with, and then I went back to the Echo when I on the bear hunt. And because I had trained my mind
to slow down,
I was able to execute that way. So that's one, because a lot of people are nervous about hunting with a back tension or even trying a back tension. That would definitely be a great choice for a release for a training aid, or to actually get in there and say, you know what, I really got to hone in my groups and my shooting, because I feel like I'm rushing or I'm not being repetitive.
Yeah.
It's just, it really hones everything down to where that release is going off whenever your pin is there, because it's forcing you to hold to bury that pin where it's at until the release fires.
Yep.
So I went in shooting the Ethos. I had like all this in mind mentally. I'm gonna do this. And I shot with the Echo, which is a great, caliper style wrist strap release that everybody thinks about when they think bow hunting. And right away I'm like, but keep in mind, I've been shooting the hex for almost 10 years. And I'm like, and the only reason why I thought about switching to the Echo, hunting a dangerous game like Cape Buffalo, I want to be able to let the arrow rip right now, on command. Almost if I had to punch it, it was going off.
Yep.
So, but I got shooting it, and I like it, but I'm so used to the hex style release
Right.
that I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I think it's better to feel comfortable in what I've been using and be so accurate rather than like dumping a trigger.
Yep.
So I picked up my Echo back, or my Hex, I'm sorry, back up, and I'm like, okay, I feel better already. So I think I need to try the Fusion.
The Fusion, or if you're wanting a index style release, a single sear release like the Solus, the new Solus that came out, it's a single sear release. So when you get on it to actually get on it, you can lay your finger on it and it'll still have you pull through the shot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there's roller sear. We have the hyper draw style, which is like you were talking about with the Echo. So the nice thing about a roller sear is the people that really like a hair trigger, you can achieve that with a roller sear release. With the Solus, it's a single sear, so super crisp, but it's going to have a little bit more tension on it to where you can set your finger in there if you want to bury it in this part of your knuckle or the back, the back of your knuckle.
Yep.
You can and just squeeze through it. You can do that as well.
You know what's never failed me? The shark.
The shark.
The shark.
Which one?
Sharky.
You're a shark guy, huh?
The shark. The shark.
I've been a shark since the start, baby.
Been a shark since the start. I like that.
I don't think I've ever shot the shark.
Where'd it go? What the hell?
It's on there right there.
What the hell? Oh,
Right there it is.
Shark 2?
Shark
Yep.
2.
That's it.
Yeah, boy.
You shoot that every hunt?
Yep. I've shot it since the beginning.
I saw a new version of the Hex. Where are we at here? At the shoot, somebody had a newer version, and I don't know if mine's Gen 1 or what, but it's definitely didn't look like their version. I'm like, I'm cool. I got it.
Cool.
Well, I mean, think about it, man. I mean, I've been shooting that Hex since 2015. Shot a lot of animals with that thing.
Yeah, dude, that's the one thing about like every piece of archery equipment and stuff. It's really all personal preference when it comes to it.
Yeah.
The mongoose and the sharks. They're for scar archery. They were really, I mean, they're still top sellers just because they've been tried and true for so long. And then, the hinge style releases similar to a Hex and all that, they came on. And like I said, to me, they're perfect for a training aid to keep you sharp, to make your and keep your mind right, because it keeps you honest. Right. When you draw it forces you to aim. And too many times people are talking about in the shot process, but they never talk about the aiming process. Do you come up on a target? Do you come down on a target? Or I'm dropping.
Are you up or down?
Me, I'm up now, but I'm usually, I've been both, but I find myself if I'm up, if I'm coming down on a target, every so often it's like, oh god damn, I gotta get this some bitch to drop.
Yeah, get down.
Get down in there. You got to really force yourself. For my mind, if I come up on a target, I can bring it right up and stop it.
Oh,
So it's and then I got to the point where I'm really kind of, and not every hunt situation's like this. I can draw it, just kind of pointing it at the target and draw it.
Draw to it.
Yeah, draw to it.
That cleans it up, I'm sure.
So I practice up, down, and drawing to it because I never know what situation I'm going to be in.
I think I come down to the target.
Same.
You,
See, I come up because I always like to
you
see
come
the
up?
target.
you draw low.
Draw low, then I can see the target through the scope. Instead of coming down,
Yeah,
you're
I can see
kind
that.
of getting the view.
What do you do, Austin?
I drop down in, but my shot process is getting a little more complex with target panic. So now I can shoot two different ways, and I can shoot good both ways, but I just have to know, so I can keep my finger off the trigger and just run around and snatch. And then when I do that, I can bury that pin, and I can just keep my finger behind there and just bury it all day long. And then I just bring my finger around and snatch. And I shoot good at 60, 70 yards.
Snatch, you mean like punch?
Snatch the trigger.
Yep.
Yep. Just whoop. And if I put my finger on the trigger, I can drop down in, but I always let off about 3 inches high when I'm dropping down in that way.
Yep.
So when I do it that way, I deliberately sight my bow in about an inch or two low. When I do it that way, and then I'm shooting bullet holes.
I think I have a tendency probably to run high.
Yeah. You let off as
same.
you're dropping in a little
Yep.
prematurely.
I
That's
think
what
so.
I do. Yep.
But I'm trying to like.
It's so crazy.
It's a mind fuck.
It is a mind fuck,
It
dude.
is. So
The process of aiming, I think it doesn't get talked about enough.
no, and that's my whole point of bringing it up because it really doesn't.
Yeah.
When you stop and think about it, because if you're going out and shooting, you're not thinking about what's my process. You know, am I going to come up or am I going to come down?
Yeah, you have to think about it. I was
got to
like,
a point
am I
where
down?
I was thinking about it to where I was going to practicing all of those because just like you, I was letting her rip before it got down on the target because my mind's telling send it. It's going to hit it. It's going to hit it.
Now.
And that's just drive-bying, you know, where your pin's trying to float and you're like this and it's like
Just drive-bying.
Drive-by, you know, as soon as it gets like boom,
Yeah, it creates
like,
a lot of anxiety.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there hence the target panic. So when you start to do it both ways in a hunting situation, there may be where you've got to draw in kind of a little bit of an awkward position to where you can't. So that's why I practice a lot, you know, through all those scenarios, coming down on the target, coming up on the target, and pointing right at it. Mm-hmm. And so if you practice it enough, I feel like because once you shoot enough, it's like you know that something ain't right. You know, it's like I'm not aiming right or I ain't shooting with the crap. Regardless, it may look like it at the outcome, but it's like it just doesn't feel right because through my sight picture or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I started, you know, moving it around as far as my process for what I do, because I don't shoot competition. I go hunt, and that's you know, I feel like it's helped me out tremendously as far as coming down on an animal and not just ripping her back and letting her fly.
Yeah.
That's so weird that how many times we shot a bow and we had to think of how we come down
Well,
or up or
a lot of it is
around it.
you practice so much that you kind of like everyone has. We have our styles.
Yeah.
Even though we might change up things from season to season, and like because we're going for efficiency.
Yeah.
And we're going for repeatability. Yeah, it is weird though. Like you had to be like,
Yeah, like Eric was shooting my bow at the shoot, and you know he's shooting way different than I would.
Yeah.
That's why it's like you can't just. That also is like what makes the flex so intriguing for not necessarily a hunting situation, but like a yard fun situation.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
like
It's something different.
Something different, but it's the way we think about the aiming process with our compound. Like you can tell we take it seriously, and it's fun, but you beat yourself up to try to be better, and you can almost kind of like damper the fun. Because you're trying to like get your shit together because when it matters, you better fucking know how to do this.
Exactly. So, and that's kind of, I'm taking it probably way too seriously.
Yeah, go from
because
fun to not fun real
I'm
quick.
like, dude, I'm all over the place to like, I got to figure this
Am
out.
I drunk? What the
So
hell?
then I'm like, so then I started noticing as I'm walking around shooting at a deer target at different angles because I'm like, you know, I feel like it's important. I want to really see because if I'm shooting from the same spot at the same time, I'm like, maybe I'm just getting repetitive. I got this spot figured out. So I'm one of those guys. I'm like, I'm going to walk over here 5 yards and shoot him quarter two. I'm going to walk over here and shoot him quarter away. And all that. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I feel like I'm shooting pretty good. Then I back up with this because I ain't looking at any sights or anything. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I got a repetitive process. So I draw back and I'm backed up. So theoretically, I should probably hit low, right? Because I'm not, and boom, it's right in there. I'm like, boom, it's right in there. I'm like, what the hell? How in the hell does that happen? How I was like,
I'm
literally,
badass.
I'm doing
How
the
in the
same
hell?
thing at this yardage as I was, 5 yards closer.
Yeah.
So it's like, how does your body know to just adjust? I mean, I guess that's why they call it instinctive. I mean, you tell me, you probably know more about it than me. It's
And that's the fun thing about traditional is there's 4 or 5 major ways that you can aim and use the riser or shoot instinctive or use the tip of your arrow. I mean, there's a lot just in the aiming style of instinctive. So that's a whole rabbit hole to dive into, but that's what makes it fun. And when I was just talking, shooting my compound, I have a lot of anxiety shooting now because I'm struggling with target panic, but I never get anxious when I'm shooting a traditional bow. I always look forward to it. I always have fun. And unlike a compound bow, it's all about the number of arrows you throw through it. Like the more you shoot it, the better you're going to get with it.
With a compound.
With
with
a
this.
traditional bow. Yep. You want to shoot high volumes of arrows with it. Like when I go out and shoot my compound 20 arrows in a night, I'll shoot 50 to 70 with that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How do you aim?
I kind of use a hybrid style depending on how close I am. So I use my cutout on my riser a lot just as a reference, and I'll know at 10 I need to have the sight picture higher in my cutout. And then as I get back, I just kind of keep that center of that target lower in my riser cutout. And then when I get back to like 30 to 35, that's my aim on point. So I can use the tip of the arrow to actually aim back at like 30 and 35.
Shit,
So-
that's a freaking 100-yard poke with a compound.
Yeah,
You know,
But like I said, everybody has
stroking it.
everybody has their own style,
Fuck. God dang.
which is what's fun
Austin
about it.
dropping bombs over here. It's like, I'm like 15.
I'm not saying I'm good.
I'm at 10,
I'm just
like,
saying
nice.
I'm generally going to be around the target at 30.
Call me the 12-yard bandit.
Yes. But that's what's so fun. Like, you go shoot with somebody like Shad or Scotty, and their style's different than yours, but they're still dropping them in the same way. It's like, as long as you have your style figured out and you can be consistent and repeat it the same way, you're gonna get good.
And it's the same way with like people talk about form and all this other stuff too. But I can tell you this: form isn't that important if you're hitting behind your pin or you're hitting where you want the arrow to go.
Okay.
And you can repeat the process.
Dude,
Who
you
gives
know
a
what?
shit what you look like? All I know is I'm hitting what the fuck I'm aiming at.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude,
You know?
Rogan just talked about this on a podcast. I think Remy Warren was on. And they talk about form. I think it was that episode. Form with aiming. He's kind of talking about like fighting form, how they tell you not to switch styles. Well, fucking Conor McGregor switches,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know what you call it, regular to southpaw and back and forth and all that. And he fucking was one of the best to ever do it, you know? But it's like, yeah, as long as you get the outcome, is it how you
Does
do
it really matter?
Really,
Is it really
doesn't
wrong?
matter, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like just because there's this like boxed in way you should do things. Yeah, that's a good starting point, and how you probably should teach people. But yeah, if Sky likes to shoot his bow with his dick out and he hits behind the fucking
It's a 12 ring every time.
you're just like, hey, it's what he does.
Dude, Scott-
Like, dude, yeah.
Scotty's fun to watch because he holds his bow, he cants it really hard, and he really squats down low. But dude, he drops them
It
in there
works.
like 25, 30 yards. He's just dropping bombs in there. I'm like, dude,
That's
He
awesome.
can shoot. It's
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Like
Yeah.
me, I noticed because I played with, how I was going to cant the bow based upon how it was coming off the rest and
Yep.
everything, because it does make a difference as far as how your release is. And I noticed that I'm not a heavy canter. I'm more of a
Yep.
just kind of, because I feel like maybe it's from me shooting a compound bow so much, being so upright.
Yep.
But I noticed just from shooting a lot, the flex, it's my arrow flight and everything was cleaner. So I've just been consistent to keeping it, and that's one thing I'm always paying attention to.
Yep.
Is how I'm holding the bow, because grip, just like it is with a compound,
Yeah.
is vitally important as well. And
Yep.
it's all repeatability.
Yep. I like to cant my bow like naturally. I feel like I need to kind of cant it. Plus, it keeps the arrow on the shelf a little bit more in a hunting situation. But I always, when I'm looking down the arrow and shooting, I always hit right. So when I keep my bow vertical, I hit right on. I look right down the arrow and I hit right where I want to hit. So
Yep.
the more vertical I can keep my bow, the better I shoot.
Yep.
But it
And
just
that's
feels
what
natural.
I'm finding out for me as
Yeah.
well. That's what's working for me as well.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to messing with this thing.
Yeah.
I
man.
am too.
Oh, it's a blast. I'm telling you, it is. It's addictive as hell, dude. You get out there, like I said, I was so pissed off the first time I shoot. I was like, dude, I haven't shot this bad for
Ever.
Holy crap! Oh yeah, picket fence in the backyard. It's got holes in it. There's all kinds of. I mean, it's freaking
Yeah.
horrible. It's horrible.
Well, it's fun
Hit the
though,
garage
man.
a few times.
Yeah.
Let's
Wife's
pass that
pissed.
riser around.
Yeah.
I want to just.
Shad said it best. He said, "You'll never have more fun missing than you will with a traditional."
Well, and
bow."
I think that's something we need as from a WCB perspective. If someone's going to get the flex, I don't really think we need to promote like grab this thing and get out and kill stuff with it this
No.
fall.
Right.
Just make it fun.
Exactly.
You know, get in the yard and shoot arrows.
The cool thing about it, too, is, yeah, because it's your bow, you go out there. But if if you're a kid or you're a teenager or whatever wants to come out there, you can say, hey, let's go fling some arrows. You know, put it in his hand. He may not draw it all the way back, but, dude, it may mean the world to him or her to be able to just go back and fling arrows and say, man, I'm hitting the target.
Yeah, hit the
it may be
target,
about,
yeah.
it's like I said, have fun with it. I mean, this is where archery and our sport began, was with traditional equipment.
Yep.
I love this grip too, like the
Go
wide
flex
grip on the
them,
back.
you know?
Yeah.
And
That'd
you-
be a high risk grip, technically.
Or
is it not?
I mean,
You said it starting out, Larry, but it kind of brings you back to when you first got your compound because everything's foreign to you. And for me, that's what makes it fun. Like I remember the Deer Classic in 1996 before I got a bow and seeing these things on the shelf and being like, man, that's just so foreign, but it looks so fun. And getting it and going and shooting it at hay bale and missing the target with fingers and like, why can't I group? And then I get a release and I figure that out. This, for me, the traditional side of things brings me back to that feeling, that excitement, the newness of it.
You're kind of chasing that high again.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yep, for sure. And just like I said, with technology and the adjustments, I mean, I personally am probably not the guy to talk to and say, hey, what does this adjustment do and how's it going to affect the way I shoot? Just because I'm new to it. But I could tell you, like I said earlier, I mean, I'm having a blast going through this journey, and my goal is to go kill a deer with that bow.
Yep.
I think it'll be sick.
Yeah. And the other cool thing too, and I don't know how, you see a lot of the target archers, shooting recurves with stabilizers and everything, but it does have stabilizer mounts on the front and back.
Yep.
So if that does help you maybe settle in or come to anchor at the same spot or whatever, because of the weight on the front, I mean, it's got the bushings in it so you can screw a stabilizer into it.
Well, it's going to be a popular bow because a beginner is going to be able to pick this bow up and have fun with it and enjoy it. And an experienced traditional archer is going to be able to pick this thing up and really dial it in and get it the way they get it to shoot the way they want. It's going to appeal to a big crowd.
Mm-hmm. I'm stoked for it.
I am too, man.
What colors will you be able? Which color is this?
That's midnight copper. But slate,
that is?
Yep, slate gray, OD green, the mountain tan. We pretty much every color that Elite offers.
You can get it in.
You can get the riser.
That's the midnight copper. That threw me through a loop.
Interesting. Any color?
Oh, it is.
Ooh, he said.
Wow, Doug's getting all hard over the colors.
Stay classy, y'all.
Ooh.
Doug's going to be one of those guys with 4 different color risers and a couple sets of limbs and mixing and matching.
Right.
Yeah, you got to keep it spicy.
Switch
This
it
is
out.
my turkey one. This is my deer one.
I love that. Ooh, turkey hunting with that would be fun.
Yeah, I really like that.
I
That
think
was that
that's-
guy that'd be like, "Can I get a short top and a medium bottom?"
I like.
Keep it spicy.
I feel like I need it longer in the front.
See, I
Give
got
me
short
short and long
legs
one.
and long arms. It's just how it works out.
Yeah, I got to think like what color would suit my traditional journey. I'm going black on black.
Black on black.
Just you can't go wrong with that,
No.
That midnight copper, man. It's hard to get away from that.
Dude, the
I
midnight
think
copper on the ethos is fucking hot.
It is.
It's
It is
fucking
good.
That
sexy.
teal's pretty
It
slick.
trims out with either midnight copper accessories or just black accessories. Either
See,
way.
I want
Yeah,
the color that the Origin came in, so they kind of match.
What color is yours?
kind of
it's
a
like-
bluish,
Oh, really?
wasn't it?
Like a bluish.
Gray almost. wasn't it?
Yeah,
I don't
bluish
remember what
gray.
the riser looked like on the Origin.
So you're barely, like you said, you kind of just tip it a little.
Just a little bit, because I'm shooting off the shelf. So what you want to do is, I was always nervous if I can it. You naturally you want to cant this because you know your arrow's going to stay here, and the more you go this way, your arrow's going to want to slide this way. But it does have a little bit of, a little bit of curvature to the shelf itself.
So would someone put like just a pronged rest on it? They're going to put a rest on it, or like a
guys
whisker
do.
biscuit?
So the less arrow contact you have with your riser, the more accurate you're going to be in the long run. So I've got a buddy that's like deep into this, and he shoots with a spring rest. So it's like minimal contact and super accurate.
Or flipper, they go flipper rest.
Flippers.
Yep.
I mean, you can throw a whisker biscuit on them. You can do whatever you want. But,
Why'd you laugh?
well, I honestly have an
Well, you
old.
laughed a little bit. It just seemed like you were judging.
No, I did it.
What's that about?
I did it because I've got an
Putting
old.
awesome.
I've got a.
I almost laughed too. I was like, he said biscuit.
I thought whiskey was funnier than biscuit.
I've got one at home, and if you want like a bulletproof system where your arrow can't fall off if you're frustrated with finger pinch or whatever, like throw it in a whisker biscuit. I mean, you can do whatever you want with these things. It's
Can
crazy.
we make a whisker biscuit out of Doug's mustache hairs?
Hold on. First of all, I feel like you would judge me if I shot a whisker biscuit off this
I
thing.
would not judge you because I have a bow with a whisker biscuit on it.
Claire, would you judge me if I threw a whisker biscuit on that baby?
No, I probably wouldn't because I actually thought about putting
I mean, that would help a lot.
after that
Think
first
about
time
it.
shooting, seeing how my arrows were flying. I was
Larry's like, I actually had one on this thing last week.
Dude, you
I
know
actually
what?
changed out for a game.
It might be. Who makes whisker biscuit? NAP?
NAP, and then CBE makes one called the Arrow Main.
Oh, CBE makes one?
Yeah, like the Arrow Main. It's called the Arrow Main.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Let's
There you
look-
go. Pop one of them on there.
Let's pull it up.
You don't have to worry about finger pinching or nothing. It's staying on there all the time. You know that's not moving.
Right.
She.
Let me get in here. Let me get in here.
Let me see. That
That's
thing,
the thing. If you're planning on shooting 20 yards and in, a biscuit's probably a pretty bulletproof setup for
Oh.
you.
There it is.
You know what? They're cool again.
There you go.
The Arrow Man.
It's a pretty sick name.
You know what? That might be the move.
Looking right.
I haven't shot through a biscuit.
Man, you
type
do got some
material.
arrows through this thing, don't you?
I do. I've been shooting the dog shit out of the thing. I told myself, I was like, I'm going to get proficient enough with it to where I've got enough confidence to go
Shoot something.
shoot a deer with it.
Yeah.
I wonder how it would be with the Arrow Man rest on it. Like, I wonder how much farting with the rest you'd have to tune. You'd have to mess with it a little bit.
Well, I'm sure you mess with it, but so you deep dive down a rabbit hole with this. I got a book. I read a book on this so I could like have some basic knowledge of it. Honestly, it's been long enough ago since I read the book. I don't remember a lot of it. But when you go to tune a bow, you're looking at, so a manufacturer is going to recommend a brace height where that bow shoots the best. And you're going to start taking twist in and out of your string to set brace height. With this, you're probably going to use those pockets to tip those pockets back and forth to adjust brace height to get your bow to where it feels there's no twang, it's shooting good and clean. You're going to start with that, and then you're going to start messing with heavy tiller under or over versus if you're shooting split finger or 3 fingers under. You're going to start watching paper to see if you need to adjust the spine of your arrow a little bit. That's another plus to this, whereas with an old wooden bow, you have to shorten or lengthen an arrow or add weight or take weight off the front to kind of adjust your spine and adjust your knock left and right. With this, you can do it all in adjustment with the bow. So you can take an arrow that normally wouldn't work with a bow, throw it in this and adjust it with the bow versus cutting arrows up and messing
Right.
with all that. It's going to be a lot more simple.
Yep. So the bow can pick you in a
Yeah.
sense because you can really adjust to the equipment that you have. So if you're
Pick me,
shooting
pick me.
a specific spine arrow that's not or a different fletching, different grain tip, you can make the adjustments to tune the bow the way that you want it to shoot.
Were you shooting your just your regular arrows out of it?
What I've been doing is I'm shooting a 246 diameter, but I've got a brass insert in the front of it, and I've been shooting either 125 or 150s. I'm still trying to decide, but I'm getting good arrow flight out of both. I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to go with if I was going to go hunting. I've been shooting the SBs, the new Slick Trick SBs out of it though at those. And man, they've been flying really good. Been holding up
Yeah,
great.
it's
So.
exciting.
Awesome.
That's probably what I'll do. Man, I'm gonna be the most annoying motherfucker in the hunting podcast game. I'm gonna be a traditional saddle hunter, and I'm just gonna tell.
Oh no!
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, that's really cool. But what I did,
Have you ever done this?
who did this? Yeah, I'm shooting the Arrow Man. It's kind of like a whisker biscuit, but it's on a traditional bow, and I use it out of a saddle.
So it's not.
I'm gonna be like,
It's
wow.
actually had a middle lion hair.
Yeah,
Don't know if you heard me or not.
I don't know, but if yeah, that's really cool. But so start just tuning out now.
Right. Yeah.
You can't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah. Right. But dude, it's like I said, we're super excited about bringing it to life and letting people know about it, and hopefully going and shooting one because it's like I said, it's been a journey for me, and I never would have thought that I would have been able to say, I want to pick up a recurve, and just being honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Why would you? But it's been an absolute blast to be able to shoot it, learn, mess up, and then go in there and try to, figure out what are you doing wrong to build some consistency out of the process.
I want to make it clear too, again, even though we've already said it in this episode, we're not telling you to buy this bow and go trying to shoot animals with it.
Right.
If you don't have experience with this type of bow, buy it to make archery fun, and if you're interested in it or you feel like you become a proficient, then more power to you. But if you need a distraction to make archery fun again, go sling arrows at the kids with their little recurves in the yard and
Exactly.
and just relax.
Yep. And the more you do it, just like Austin said, it's a high volume game. You know, go shoot a lot, and you're going to see yourself wanting to get better, because there's going to be times where you're like, oh yeah, that felt good, and you don't hit where you want, and you're like, I ain't quitting until I'm hitting where I want it to hit.
Yeah.
And then you go out there the next day and you start thinking about it whenever you're not shooting, like, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna shoot, I'm gonna pound that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like you
got a point to prove it.
It's like, it's like, it's just me and that foam deer in the backyard.
I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm not gonna hit the fence anymore.
Driving by that home. Me and you.
No more fence.
Yeah, no more cedar.
There's nothing more gratifying than taking an old stick bow out and seeing your feathers touching each other, like just throwing a tight group in there. You're like, man, that I was dialed on that round.
God, I'm good.
I feel like we didn't gas up your traditional season enough. Like the fact that you did that,
Dude, it's crazy.
is crazy.
I saw that on Facebook or whatever when you made I was like, dude, that dude smoked another one with a freaking stick.
Well, I owe it to Shad, because that dude is so passionate and just so deep into the game. Like, I just watched him at the shoot for years shooting these bows, and it was just so fun for him. And I picked one up and shot him. Like, that was kind of fun. I think I need one of these. And then when I picked it up, it's like, all right, I need to actually educate myself. So I started, reading articles and watching guys and just diving into it, and it was just a blast.
Well,
I picked it up fast, but like Kurt and I think you were talking about it with me earlier, but when you're a woodsman, you're a hunter already, you've been doing it for a long time. A lot of the things that are tough for some people about getting close enough to a deer, we kind of already have them figured out. Mm-hmm. So when you get halfway decent with the bow at 15, 20 yards, I mean, you already know how to get close to the deer, so it's just kind of second nature that you're going to get opportunities with it.
Well, yeah, our last season kind of got me thinking about it a little more. I feel like last season, I feel like I've been closer to the big bucks I've ever have been. I didn't shoot at a deer over on the first shot over 11 yards.
Dude,
was the closest. I shot floppy at 11. I killed the big 8 at like 8 yards. So I'm in traditional distance.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's a commitment, It's
It
just
is.
like
big
That's
commitment,
exactly
yeah.
right.
Yeah, because
Can't half-ass that one.
Right.
No, and still that's a hard shot with a the pressure of the shot, which is what makes it difficult, But that changes the parallels a little bit. 11 yards feels like 30 probably with that.
Yeah.
Being traditional.
When you shoot it a lot, it'll just be second nature, and you're going to draw back, and you're going to see an arrow sticking in the dirt with blood all over it before you even know
That
what
sounded
happened.
good.
I like that.
That sounded great.
Yes. Can you say that again?
You're going to see an arrow sticking in the dirt with blood all over it before you even know what happened.
That sounds good. I'll have that.
Yes, please.
I love that.
I'll have that.
Well, we'll
Take
see.
two.
I'll also have that.
I'll take 2, please. 2 tags. I'll have that, please. It would
Yes,
be
please.
fun to go to a place like Texas that's like super target rich, like hogs.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a perfect
Let them rip.
Yep.
break in.
Africa.
Africa would be perfect. A little high risk, but
That's a
easy
little
to ship.
It's a little high risk.
A lot easier to ship.
Let me take out some of these impalas for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Monkeys.
Yeah.
Feeling there cleaning up monkeys.
Guineas for sure.
Some people might not like that. I had people I was sending some snaps last time I was in Africa, like, just don't shoot a monkey. I'm like, hey man, if we see a monkey, I got to shoot it.
Dude,
so I can
big
send
old 150-pound baboons at the top of my list.
Oh.
I've seen one there.
Top of your list.
I've
You
seen
seen one?
Yeah,
went-
if he would have came in, he would have been.
All right, let's talk, boys. Let's talk. Because you're turning into 103.5 The Rock.
Oh shit!
We're talking about Africa.
Where's your
I
sunglasses?
don't got them in here.
Oh, no.
I got nothing to rant about. I'm a happy guy.
All right.
But unless you want me to rant, I'll find something to rant about. But Africa is on everybody's radar here. Doug leaves, at the time of recorded, you leave in a week. Less than a
6
week.
days.
6 days.
Let's talk about the list, Doug.
The list has been changing.
Oh,
It's kind of an open-ended list, really.
what do you mean?
An eland, I want to kill an eland
Number
for sure.
one?
Yeah. And then maybe a Nyala or a Gibbs buck. Or maybe another kudu, if a big kudu comes in with a bow. Or a little donkey.
Okay,
Oh,
Doug,
donkey.
let's nail down this main list. What are we going for?
All right. Eland,
Number one.
a Nyala, and then if I don't know, if Stuart said if we can or not, a blessed buck. But we have to go somewhere else for that. But he said he could maybe do it.
If the opportunity arises.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And
Or
then,
maybe I'll shoot a Cape Buffalo. Just kidding.
If the mood strikes.
casual
Damn,
Cape
Doug.
Buffalo.
I'm gonna pass on that one. I'll send you a picture. I was like, hey, I found one.
Just, he's here. Here's a,
Hey, he ain't
He's
moving.
right
I'll
here.
drop you a
yeah, he's
pin.
moving. Here's a deer cast pen.
Drop you a pin.
He ain't moving.
Oh, doing work there. And then Eric, you go the following week.
Yep,
So you
13
leave in
days.
like fuck, dude. Yeah. So that'll launch. You'll be in Africa when this launches.
Yep.
Basically.
So I'm going for. I really want my wildebeest slam.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to work at first. Like, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
What, you
but
want to get a black wildebeest?
black, yep. And then there's the blue, black, golden.
Yeah, but you're gonna try and get your slam done while you're there.
No. I just want to get it done.
Add to
Get
it.
one.
Yeah, add to
Dude,
it.
that'd be
Yes,
so
yes.
sick.
Yeah.
Leah's honestly got me turned on to the wildebeest. Like
That thing
after
is-
seeing your mount, I'm like, all right, I can see the allure now.
Yeah.
You gotta do a black one.
Yeah,
You
and
got a
then
blue one.
The golden looks so cool though.
the golden is.
But they're harder to get, aren't they? They're harder to find.
Yep. And then I definitely need a kudu because I shot at one last time we went
Kudu.
and made a terrible shot. Never found it. So I need revenge on that.
Kudu.
And then
Takudu?
third would be a zebra. I really want a zebra.
The ever elusive zebra.
Zebras.
I haven't seen one in a while.
Yeah, nobody's got one of those yet.
I've seen them. They just weren't close enough.
Well, then
I've seen
Austin and
5.
I go 2 weeks after you get back because there's a week off. Young boy's gonna be there the entire time, aka Jordan, aka
Is he?
yeah, he'll be there 5 weeks straight.
Oh, wow.
He'll be speaking Zimbabwe when he gets back.
Yeah, Afrikaans. He'll be married to a black chick or something when they get over there. Like, damn, you form a relationship fast.
He's just not coming back.
He's married to the cooks.
She cooks so good.
Jordan.
What the hell?
He's just like, cook so good, I gotta wipe you up, bring you back.
What's on your guys' list then?
I'm hoping for him. What's on your list, Austin?
Uh,
Because Larry Mack, you're coming. It'd be the second weekend
Second
that I'm
week,
there. Okay, we're gonna get into this.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
be
have some fun.
I'm gonna be flexible with mine, but if just going into it, what I would like to have, I got a score to settle with Sable. I wounded a Sable and didn't get it on the first trip. So Sable's up there, Kudu's up there, and Eland's up there. So any one or two of those three, and I'll be happy. I'd like to shoot a little diker. I'd like
Little
to shoot.
donkey?
I'd like to shoot a
Little donkey?
baboon. Not gonna pass up a good water buck. I mean, if I see a good specimen of anything come in, I'm gonna be open.
That's
to
kind of how
The
I am
list could
too.
change
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
By the way,
That's for sure.
I
As
gotta
it
send
did
you
with
the
the first-
recording equipment.
Oh shit, yeah.
I can send you the little one.
Some bitch.
The little donkey.
Wait, can't.
Oh shit.
We'll figure it out.
I gotta do that.
I got one. You just gotta have batteries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you buy double A's in South Africa?
Well, I don't know.
I guess you
They're
can.
probably single A's.
It's a double A size with half the ass.
Just half the size.
Son of a bitch.
We got 5 minutes recording to get done.
My big one's Cape Buffalo, assuming that'll all work out and everything, and we find a bull and everything. So my big one is Cape Buffalo. That's a very serious, high pressure situation type animal. Maybe on Respect the Game if we pull it off.
For sure.
I'd like
Yeah.
to force myself into that on you.
No, man. We wouldn't have it any other way. I think that's the epitome of when you think of a Cape Buffalo, you think Africa.
Yeah.
You know, likewise. I mean, the big five or the dangerous five. You know, and
Yeah.
taking any animal off that list it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Black Death.
I think Cape Buffalo and Kudu would be top two for sure. My thought was if I'm going to build an arrow for Cape Buffalo, I might as well kill an Eland because they're massive.
They're huge.
They are huge.
But that would be like Cape Buffalo, Kudu, Eland would be like ultimate dream trip for me
Right.
if it's possible. But for sure, Cape Buffalo and Kudu, and then anything else is like a bonus.
Yeah.
You know, so top two, Cape Buffalo.
For me, like I don't know why I've always been kind of fascinated with the Nyalas.
Yeah.
Just
They're cool, man.
Just kind of a cool looking animal that I've always, and when we were there before, just didn't have an opportunity any. But so that would probably be I want the top of my list. When we were there last time, I did shoot an eland, and you're right, they're Absolutely.
How was the eland experience? So when you get up to them, are they just insane?
Yeah, they're big.
Really?
Oh, they're
Huge.
Yeah, they're huge. Just the size of their heads, and everything's just big about them.
Did you
Yeah.
get it Euroed or mounted?
Yeah, I got a Euro mount.
Okay.
I think that's what I
I
would
got
do.
the high tanned.
Really?
The one time I seen one when I was there, and a diker came in first, and then he came in. I'm like,
Yeah,
how does it even make sense?
Hard to scale it.
Well, I remember when I saw one I could have shot. It was a pretty big one, but it was coming behind us, and all you hear is that
click them, click.
What's clicking their hooves?
it's their knees.
They're like like you can hear them.
Yeah, I was like, what
Oh,
the hell is
go-
that?
go
He's
see
like,
a
he's
chiro.
like,
What's
it's
up?
an eland. I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Yeah,
They just
Their
walk around.
knees click, or they're just their hooves?
I
or
thought he
just-
said their knees.
I don't know what it is. All I know is every one of them that we saw that was there was like,
Just-
Huh, weird.
and when you hear like when there's more than one of them or whatever, you can hear 'em.
a little mariachi gig.
Oh, really?
Doug starts dancing. What the hell?
Yeah,
What's happening?
Nyala.
I can't control myself.
yeah.
Nyala's a good one.
Nyalas are
yeah,
just cool.
they're
They're
pretty.
They got that big beard on them. They got the stripes that a
Yeah.
kudu has. They're just cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have shot an eland on the last trip, but a big nyala came in at the same time, and I'm like, I don't know anything about either one. I just know they're both cool. I'm looking at them. They're like 15 yards, and I looked at the pH. I'm like, what do I do? He's like, the trophy quality on the nyala is better. I'm like, okay, looks good.
Yeah, that's a good
Weird
way to phrase that.
Yeah.
Because it's like both are good.
They were both good. Yeah.
And that's the thing. What I learned from being over there, it's like when you get in the situation there and you're seeing all of these different animals and stuff that you only see on TV to most.
Yeah.
It's, it's like you can go over there with the intent to this is what I want, but when you get in the situation, it's like this is one of the coolest things I've ever experienced.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Your
think the
list
first-
is going to change.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it is going to change. That's why I kind of go into it open minded, be like,
Yeah.
you know, and whatever opportunity presents, kind of like you, Austin. If it shows up and it's a quality animal, then you know I'm probably not going to pass up the
Yeah.
opportunity.
If a 60-inch kudu walks out,
Yeah.
your hands are tied.
And it's hard to judge that shit when we
I'm
don't
gonna
see him
roll
all
him
the
up
time
and
too.
smoke him.
A 60-inch kudu. So you just throwing around 60-inch kudu numbers, huh?
That's a big one.
Just throwing it out there.
You killed a kudu before, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you had one. I thought you had a kudu.
I go first, so I got dibs on the big boys.
No, we're going to a different
Doug's going to
spot,
have
so
them
good
all
luck.
shot
Eric's,
up.
Eric's big boys, I guess.
We're going to
Yeah.
a different spot.
Nice.
So
Doug's gonna shoot all our shit.
I'm like, hey, Eric's list, just give that to me. I'm doing that.
see what I don't know if I go after Cape Buffalo, which I think it's set, but I'm gonna be over there for like roughly 2 weeks. So I don't know if it's like, all right, we're just I don't know. I imagine over the 2 week span we'll just see what is being seen because there'll be so many people hunting. If they see like a herd bull or a shootable bull, I'm sure we'll get wind of it and make move accordingly.
and
throughout
then they
the-
shoot it.
the span, yeah. So I could kill one when Austin's there. I could shoot one when you're there. It just depends
Yep.
on what happens, I guess. You know.
Yeah, I mean the opportunities. You got to take advantage of the opportunity when it's
Yeah,
there.
you never know what's going to come out there.
Exactly. There's situations, man, where I've been on trips and it's been you haven't seen shit in 4 days, and then your fifth day,
You see everything.
starts shit's just
Rolling in.
Yeah, rolling in, come to life, and it's
We-
something you just can't explain. But it's as a woodman's or an outdoorsman, you just gotta
Roll with the punches,
roll,
really.
you just gotta roll with it, and I'm an opportunist, I guess, if that makes sense. So if you gotta sometimes you have to create those opportunities,
Yeah.
and sometimes the opportunities come to you, but you got to take advantage of them when you get them.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I'm excited to go with the crew, too, that I got going. So
We all have good weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
meet new people, have some drinks.
It's gonna be cool. We're gonna do some episodes in camp. So we gotta decide, and I wonder if the people want. Do we launch all the African weeks episodes of all of them in 1 week, or do we might gap them over 2 weeks?
Spread it out just
That
a
way
little
we're
bit.
not killing everybody. If they don't care about Africa, we're not killing everybody. But I think there's gonna
Yeah.
be a lot of bullshit and like there's gonna be a lot of like hunt stories, but also some fun bullshit
Yeah,
camp
yeah.
vibe in between. So it's not gonna just be like we went and shot the kudu and then like have all this lame. You know what I mean?
does.
Next, what'd you shoot?
Yeah. We'll make it fun.
The one thing about Africa as a whole, I mean, some people may say there's controversy around Africa, but I can tell you, I was one of those guys that was like, I could care less if I go or not or whatever.
100%.
And then I went. And I'm just telling you right now, if you like to bow hunt, I mean,
It's your dream.
I thought about, hey, I didn't care if I want to go. Then I found myself like, when can I go back?
Yeah.
There's a
crave
lot of bang for your buck there. You get to
Yeah.
do a lot of shooting and see a lot of cool stuff.
For sure. And
Pretty
the other
awesome.
thing too is, I mean, you look at elk hunts, for instance. Elk hunts, I mean, they're hard to come by for literally anybody. They're expensive. You know, the average guys, I mean, you're saving up a ton of money to go hopefully harvest that one animal. And who doesn't want to
Especially
go
if you're paying for a guided one.
Exactly. Who does not want to go kill a bull elk? I mean, if you're a bow hunter, it's probably on your bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Africa is an opportunity, like just like you said. You could probably spend less money and be in
Oh,
a
we
pretty
know you can.
pretty
Yeah.
target rich environment.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean? To be able to go in there and really be able to see a lot of things. Not saying that if nobody's been elk hunting or seen an elk, because I mean that's freaking pretty badass as well.
Yeah.
But for less money, you're going to go over there and probably
Kill
have
5
a-
animals.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's funny because everybody has the same story too. Like everybody says, well, I wasn't really interested, but I went down and now this is my 5th trip down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once
Everyone
you go
talk to-
down there, people see the value in it and kind of you're probably not going to go down there one time, I guess is what I'm saying. My first trip down there, I went down there with the mindset, I'm going to go down, I want to shoot this, this, and this, and then I'll be satisfied.
Oh, dude, remember we were on the plane? And I was like sick on the plane. I'm like, this
Yep.
better be fucking worth it. Like I said that on the plane.
And now we're going back.
Dude, and we got there. I'm like, on the way back, I'm like, I don't care how much this flight sucks on the way home. I get to think about the trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like, it was fucking worth it.
Right.
You know, and here we
Shit,
are.
we
going back.
didn't want to leave.
Well, we liked
Right.
it so much, we started hosting clinics with Stuart.
Yeah.
You know, to like get people to go because it's like we realized people don't know about this.
There's not
Yeah.
a lot of info about how to do it and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I
exactly.
think Jim Shockey Africa.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they think crazy Africa. You can go down there and shoot great, more humble animals. You're not shooting
For sure.
You're
Yeah.
not shooting, you know, hippos and
Yeah,
Elephants.
and
leopards.
Stuart's been around. He's been in the business a long time. So the ins and outs. If somebody's saying, "Man, I don't know," because of what they've heard about the safety of it, or just the travel or whatever,
yeah.
all of that stuff is going to be handled. Prior to.
Nothing to worry
You
about.
don't gotta worry about it.
Absolutely
By
nothing
the
to
time
worry
you,
about.
time-
You worry
the
about
time you
going and
land and
having a
leave.
good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and so you don't got to worry about the safety with good people
Yeah.
like Stuart and his team, and because we wouldn't be going back if it,
Right.
if it was,
Exactly.
if it was
Or we wouldn't have another trip.
if it was dangerous, you know.
Yeah.
But it'll be cool, man. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see like what comes out of it and like the film and some of the stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. You know, it's up in the air. All I just know is
Hey.
we gotta get slinging arrows.
We're kicking it off in 5 days.
That's crazy, man. I got a little bit longer. I got like 32 days.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You'll be back, and I'll be high fiving you here before I even go.
Before you
wild.
even think about going.
I will see you before I go.
That's awesome. That's wild. I'll be done. Just chilling.
Just chill.
We're going to cross each other in the airport.
Will
Yeah,
you
we
guys
will.
see
We
each other in the
possibly-
airport?
Yeah, they take off like
7:20, and you land 7.
Out of where, Joburg?
Yeah.
we probably won't see each other. You'll be already at your. Well, we could.
Yeah, could.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Wave out the window.
Hey, Doug.
Good luck. Through the window.
To the window.
He just mooned me. What the hell?
That's not very professional.
Yeah. Yeah, blowing kisses. Everybody knows South Africa is like super tolerant of gays.
Yeah. Big
So
fans.
Be real gay when you're down there.
Okay.
I have a
Doug,
feeling that they're
you won't
not
have a
super
problem.
tolerant of that.
Doug, you won't have a problem.
Hey, you'll be fine. They know you.
Basically a king down there already.
Oh, you're like a freedom fighter or something? There's statues of Doug in the airport.
I gave someone water once.
Yeah. He's like, "What are you doing? I was just hanging around."
It's out here.
King of the castle. King of the castle.
Put out the vibe.
Right.
But you're bringing your lady,
I am.
Doug.
It's going to be a fun time.
It's getting serious, huh?
We get one of the nice rooms.
She's going to Africa. Well, what does that noise mean?
We should have fun.
Oh, well, you looked at me weird and you made that noise. I don't really
It's
quite.
going to be a good experience for her.
Is
She's
she
never been
gonna
hunting before.
go the blind with you?
Yeah. She's in video everything.
Hell yeah.
And Stuart.
Me and Stuart.
Stuart.
Uncle Stuart.
Uncle Stuart.
The Stuart's going to have a good time as well.
The
Yeah.
Stuart. Did you call him the
That's
Stuart?
awesome.
I said Stewart.
Oh,
I thought you did too. He's like,
Hey,
the steward. I was
the
like,
Stewart. I'm like, okay, he's the Stewart now.
Pretty respectful, right?
That's a respectful name. The Stewart.
Well, the Stewart, he's like, God, I got to stare at Doug's creepy mustache, but Alexa's gonna relieve some stress on the eyes.
Maybe.
Apparently.
I thought I was good to look at, but apparently not.
Doug,
Come on now.
let's be real.
No, it's gonna be awesome.
Is she excited? What's her mindset?
She's excited.
Is she excited to watch things die?
Not that excited,
Yeah, but
but she knows. She gets it.
Yeah, she's got a job to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell her to film all the blood,
Well, let's.
rub it on my face.
What the hell?
wow.
Yeah.
What the?
Getting gory.
That'll be interesting. Doug with a lady in Africa.
Yeah, be fun.
You guys are gonna propose to her down there?
No,
Well, why'd you laugh so much?
because I'm not doing that.
Well, she hears that, she knows she's gonna be sad that you
I don't
laughed
give a
like
shit.
that. Okay, well, this is. Hey, man, sorry.
I'm not proposing. Everybody quit asking. That's all I
Good thing-
asked.
good thing
That's all
this will
everyone
come
asked
out
with the
after
shoot.
he
I
gets
was like,
back.
shut up.
Oh, dude, what's wrong? Are you okay?
No, just
Hey, I
stupid
think it's okay at
questions.
home.
Sore
You're getting a little-
subject. Okay.
Seems a little
Moving on.
defensive, doesn't it? Get
He
weird.
does. I was like, man, I felt a little tension there.
I know. I'm feeling. I'm uncomfortable, Doug.
Get uncomfortable. I don't know. What to tell you.
Uncomfortable.
I don't know how to tell you.
Hey, I'm just
Oh
asking
yeah,
you.
get comfortable. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm trying to cover the bases here before you go. We got to know these things.
No, it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to go.
Okay.
Eat some good food, some good drinks.
What
Couple
else?
fines.
Ooh,
You're gonna have the most fines.
You
I
know what's
guarantee it.
funny, dude? So, did you when you went in the past? Did you have ginger brandy shots? Mm-hmm. You did.
Oh, so it's a
Okay.
thing down there.
But yeah, it's like the thing.
So good.
I thought Stewart's did it.
So when I went there, I was recovering from COVID and I had no taste. So like on the flight down, like the first like 3 days, I couldn't taste anything. I finally started to get back while I was there, and we're doing ginger brandy shots, and I'm like, they're pretty easy, like not much flavor to them. And then last year at Illinois Deer and Beer, they brought ginger brandy shots from South Africa. Sam and Linda did from Old Barn, and we're doing ginger brandy shots in the booth, which I blame Linda for getting me so fucked up at Illinois Deer and Beer Fest. I was like peeing on the band trailer and shit in front of everybody. And I remember doing the shots, and I was like, oh my God, these are terrible. I'm like, why do they taste so much more terrible than I remember? Well, it's because I couldn't taste anything until I was like,
I thought
bouncing
they
back
tasted
from
pretty
COVID.
good.
I think they're delicious.
But yeah,
personally.
remember when I was doing them in camp,
Yeah, you didn't taste
they
anything.
tasted they were like ginger
Yeah.
shot light. And I was doing them at Illinois Deer and Beer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are awful. Well,
They got a little bite to them.
yeah, so
Yeah. So when we were over there the first time, they, I think Clark.
Clark Cummings?
Yeah, Clark Cummings. I think he had shot an animal, and I had shot something too. And we go back to this like hut, and he's like, "We must have police coffee." And I'm like, "Okay, police coffee. Okay, I mean,
Whatever.
sure, let's
Yeah,
do it.
what's that?
Let's do it." Clark's just looks like okay,
Like Clark.
Coffee sounds lovely.
okay, well, he goes up and he gets the step stool out, gets to the cabinet, pulls out this bottle, and it's got dust and everything all over it, and pulls out, I'm talking like tall boy glasses, and like
You're getting a full glass of it.
like pours it, and I look over at Clark, and he's like, Clark's like, just.
We're
Clark
doing
just,
that.
yeah, Clark just doesn't give a shit.
I was like,
well,
okay,
why not?
literally.
Clark's so calm.
When in
he's
Rome.
he's like, he comes over with these glasses, and Clark's just sitting there kind of with his, and I've got mine, and he looks right at me, and he's like, okay, police coffee, let's go. This is how you see, we had to interlock our arms and like drink this whole bottle, and you couldn't like unlock until it was gone.
Oh no!
So we're talking shot glass or like pint
No,
glass?
I'm talking like that glass.
Like the
oh
sugar
my
bottle.
God. Yeah, like-
And you have no idea what it is.
I have no idea. So literally, and he's like, grabs it, he just starts, and we're all tied up, like that, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to, and dude, I notice, I'm like, dude, I look at his glass, I'm like, dude, this guy's good. I was like, he's good.
Really good at this game.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is, I don't
Was it not
know.
good?
Oh, it was pretty harsh.
If
What
you have
was
to
it?
chug a full fucking glass of
Yeah,
it, probably
Yeah,
wouldn't be that
anything.
good.
I couldn't chug a
was
glass
harsh.
of water
I
right
still
now.
I still don't even
Police
really know
coffee.
what
Did
it
it
was.
fuck you up,
He
or-
called a police. Oh, did it? Yeah, like, oh yeah, like we were
handcuffed.
driving, like when we were driving out of the guy's freaking ranch. I mean, there's like a Nialo on the side down the side of the road. I was like, I'll get out and I'll stab him.
It's on my list.
He was flying.
Clark, I'll never forget. We're sitting there, and Clark's like, we're sitting there, and I'm like, I mean, out of control, like, I was like, police coffee. And Clark's like, man, did you like that police coffee? Police coffee. And when we get back over to our camp, we sit over there, and he's like, man, he goes, I just can't get over that police coffee.
What the hell? I gotta look it up.
Yeah, that's what he kept calling it.
Wonder
police
what
coffee.
it was.
It was like a brandy of some sort or something. I don't know.
It has to be ginger brandy.
It was pretty harsh.
What time is it?
I don't know. Look up.
Text Stuart.
Nope.
What time is it in South Africa?
I don't even know what time
I could
it is
message
here.
him. And if you call, we could get. I wonder if he's heard of it.
Yeah,
What time is it here?
but it was rough.
I
can
could
tell you
see
that.
where one bad experience with ginger brandy would probably ruin you.
Bro, it has a Jägermeister vibe.
Yeah, it's
It's a
very
Jaeger
bold.
with a hint of ginger.
I think I would rather do a Jägermeister shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, not me.
Jägermeister sucks, but and we drank a bottle. I mean,
What?
we drank in South Africa.
Yeah.
Because I remember Stuart was talking to Yen, the ranch owner, and I guess Stuart at the end, Yen goes, "The boys sure went through the alcohol, huh?" Oops. It's like, yeah, that's what we do.
And we weren't even the worst ones that ever been there. I forgot who he said. The Dutch.
Are the Dutch out drink us?
He said someone got there and they drank the most he's ever seen in his life.
Yeah, it was like 30 some cases of beer.
Once they enter the blind, they're drinking.
See, I'm weird about that. I don't drink
Yeah, no, for sure.
before the shot type thing. I'll have a beer.
Beer, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I shoot an animal, Stuart like, cheers, mate, and
Yeah.
we'll have a beer together, like Castle Light, you know, and then
They
that's
bring a cooler to the blind with a celebratory beer in it. How
Yep.
much
Yeah.
fun is that?
it's the best.
That's
And
awesome.
it's always cold. And yeah, I'll have a beer, but I won't. There's things I don't do, like I won't get drunk or high and go hunting. You know,
Yeah.
I know there's some
Yeah.
people
No,
that
for
do
sure.
it. I don't do that.
No,
But you
It-
get back to the camp.
Then yes, then
absolutely
that's
not.
hunting
Absolutely
camp.
not.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get back to the camp and you're
Acceptable.
there to have a good time and
Yeah.
stuff. And look, and the hunting to me is
Sacred in its way. Yeah.
exactly. So I'm not going to go out there, whatever. And
Yeah, you're paying to be there. Why?
Exactly.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't
Fuck it up.
imagine. Part of it is like I think it ruins, and it might be like counterintuitive for what people think, but it's like people hear us on our podcast or have beers on our podcast, and like this isn't a daily
Right.
thing, right? We're at hunting camp when you hear us here,
Exactly.
and it's once a week, and that's I'll deal. If this is what kills me for drinking, fuck it, that's fine. But
Put it on my tab.
put it on my tab, we'll be fine. But yeah, it's like that spiritual thing where it's like, well, first of all, I don't want to be like stoned and go hunting and like mess something up and be like, oh, it's because I did this.
Right.
Like I
Exactly.
want that to be that time in my real
For sure.
person.
Clears
Hunting
mindset.
camp is like the thing,
Yeah,
Like you can have
yeah.
some beers and cut up, and sometimes you have too many beers in hunting camp and you don't go in the morning.
part of it too is like when you're there with your buddies and everything else, and they're you're successful or they're successful. I mean,
Yeah,
dude, being able to crack one open with them and celebrate whatever. I mean, dude, that's what it's all about. I
it's
mean,
the best.
100%.
it is. It's what it's all about.
If you can responsibly do it and enjoy it, do it.
Yeah.
If it's a problem for you, don't do it. That's okay. That's okay too.
Yeah.
We're still gonna have fun with you.
100%.
We have a lot of friends who don't drink, and
That's their choice.
we for sure have more fun. I'm kidding. No, I don't know. I like to think they're having a good time with us, but maybe I just think
Maybe
they are
they're
'cause
not.
I'm wasted.
Never thought of it that way.
Yeah, you're having fun,
Yeah.
and they're not.
Yeah, last time was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for you guys. I don't know. We do dumb shit though in camp. Like, would they put a dog collar on you, on your leg?
Yeah, I got zapped,
Did you?
then slapped him.
How'd that go?
I mean, it hurt, but it was nothing crazy.
Wasn't nothing crazy. He didn't have that number up high enough.
Well, he kept trying to do it, so I had to slap him.
We got it on film. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna see him. He's picking me up at the airport. Ethan,
What if he zaps you right off the rip?
I'll slap him again.
It's just somehow hitting in your seat, so when you sit down, it just shocks your ass.
Shocks you.
No, it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited.
Yeah.
What if everyone's like, dude, you're way cooler when you don't have a girlfriend?
Just put him on the spot.
I don't know.
He's like,
Do people think that? Why'd you bring it up?
He's like, do you really think somebody wouldn't say that?
Nobody would really
So I
say
got all
that.
embarrassed immediately. Wait.
Nobody thinks
Are
that.
people,
Right?
people saying that?
I don't think you're any different.
I don't think I am either. I'm the way I am. I am what I am.
Hey,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All I know is my group's gonna have the funnest. So
That's a lie. You
Doubt
think you're
it.
gonna have more fun than me and Larry Mack?
yeah, I do.
Shit.
Sorry, Larry.
Shit.
You better refill that drink.
Shit.
shit,
It's
son.
got so much Rocky Mountain Ricky at the bottom. I can't even drink it right now.
Bottom of mine's
It's so
The rum and Rocky
dude,
Mountain
it's
Ricky
so
just-
much.
separated each other. I got like, what's that fun sand that was
I
always
just
in the
did it.
water?
This is what I got too. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Dude,
This is a bunch of fun sand.
So we mixed white rum and Rocky Mountain Ricky because it's back, baby.
Woo! That's good.
And it's purple.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Larry, just do me a favor. If you sit next to Kurt on the way home, make sure you spill a Coke on him. We got to make it a tradition.
You
It's
hear about
got to
this
be a
fucking
thing.
story?
It's got to be a thing.
It's got to be a tradition.
It bummed me out so hard. I'm sitting next to Doug on the way home.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, Coca-Cola in South Africa is better because it's like made with real sugar and
Yeah.
whatever else is in it, maybe real Coke. But it's good. It's good. You just want to drink it. I don't drink soda. But over there, I was like, God, you know them Coca-Cola?
Yeah,
Those are
damn.
nice. So we're on the way home, and this fucking jackass gets a Coca-Cola
Get
can.
a couple Cokes.
And I'm on the inside by the window. Doug's in the middle. I look over, and Doug falls asleep with a full can of Coke in his hand. I try to wake him up. I'm like, hey, man, let's maybe do something with that. And Doug obviously didn't listen. And I'm asleep, kind of. And I wake up to a full can of Coke spilled in my lap. And I got jeans on.
Oh, crap.
And this is like, we still got like 11 hours of flight time left. And I looked at him like, you motherfucker. And I don't know what I did.
I don't think a drop spilled on you, did it?
I should have dumped it on you, but I didn't want to be. So
It was already empty.
I got up and tried to like pat my fucking jeans dry in the bathroom in the laboratory or whatever, lavatory. And yeah. I don't know.
I'll never forget it because it was you at the window, Doug, my wife, and I'm across the aisle. And I look over and you guys are just laughing your asses off. I'm like, I want to be part of the party. What happened? What's going on
I did.
over
You
there?
missed it.
I totally missed it.
I should have just took my fucking pants off and just sat.
That'd have been hot.
It was such a bummer, bro. Because I'm like, dude, I'm gonna ride. I had 11 more hours on this fucking
Dude,
flight
that had to be
with,
miserable.
With Coke pants.
with Coke pants.
That had to sucked.
I did feel bad for that.
Wear some waterproof pants.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
You owe
He
me.
goes on with a complete rain bibs and everything. He's like,
Rain,
"Where you going?"
rain
Yeah, I'm
suit.
just getting ready for the flight.
I got like yellow fisherman.
Like the
bibs on.
cheapos from Foreign
It looks like I'm
Fleet.
out there crab fishing. Yeah, Doug ain't gonna spill Coke on me, and I can piss myself and nobody will know it. Which this is the worst part of those flights, man. It's like getting up and having to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was sick on the way down.
You were really
yeah,
sick.
flying with COVID is not fun.
No.
Yeah, well, I didn't have COVID. I was recovering from COVID.
Leah and I got it on the flight back, so
Yeah, you got it in Africa.
yeah.
I actually wasn't mad that I got COVID on the way back because then I got a whole nother week off of work.
Yeah, that worked out
So
pretty
it worked
well
out
for
well
you.
for me.
Do that again this year.
Do you do
Still
anything
around,
for
I
the flight,
guess.
Larry? What's your trick for the flight since it's so long?
Depends.
Do you just like sleeping pills?
Like you wear the pants.
Depends.
Not depends
I
on the
don't
situation.
get up once.
Depends on what. Got it.
I never move.
Wait, depends on what?
I don't move.
No,
yeah.
depends.
No, it depends. You know them adult diapers?
So they're soiling
For
yourself.
15 hours, Larry didn't get up. He just kept going.
Yeah. That's a Larry Mack specialty right there.
Diapers full.
That's great advice. I'm going to do that.
You got up once to change your diaper.
Diaper's full.
Look like my toddler when he shits himself, just like a heavy ass diaper. Drag it behind him.
Waddle into the toilet.
Yeah.
He was eating dinner with shit in your pants.
Hey, can I get another plate of that chicken?
The person next to you's like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Who the hell is this
Smells
guy?
like fucking shit in here.
Yeah, that was me.
Dude, we were on our way down to Texas to Dale Brisby's house. I had a guy next to me. First of all, I wanted to just fucking... I hated this dude. I was trying to be nice to talk to him, and he just wasn't nice. And he was on my armrest, like elbowing me, and I'm just like, don't start a conflict on the plane. You know, don't do this.
Don't be that guy.
And then he was farting. I just want to be like, God damn it, bro. Get the... I almost snapped on him. So first of all, don't fart. It's an hour and a half fucking flight. It's the shortest flight.
Yeah, hold your fart.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so mad. I was about to just come out of pocket on this dude for a minute, but I was like, nope, just listen to you.
That is what sucks about those long flights, though. Like,
You're gonna fart.
you're gonna smell some stuff. You don't want to.
Yeah, but normally you don't. It's like the pressure of the cab doesn't let the fart. Like,
Must have a pretty good air cleaner in there.
It like comes out and just drops to the floor.
yeah.
it's like trying to hit the earth.
that would suck right onto me.
30,000 feet, they don't have a sting to them.
But this dude's fart, man, it had fucking gravitational lift.
Jeez, what was he eating?
Apparently something I wasn't. He wasn't from this country, I don't think. So
Oh, that didn't help.
who knows what he's into. But, you know, I'm not holding that against him. That's not what I meant by saying that. I just meant that he's probably a nice guy except for the farting part and the armrest courtesy that he didn't have. It was a little aggravating. You know, I would have done it different, but I'm a good guy and I let it slide.
Let's just say if it was a 14-hour flight, you would have
I would have spilled a can of Coke on his ass.
just clean him up a little bit.
There's tricks like getting through a flight. Like, I'm going to get sleeping pills or slumber or Xanax. But one thing I worry about slumber is that I won't sleep and then I'll just feel like groggy through it.
You'll be like me, wide awake like this, and I look back, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see if anyone else is awake. Look back, everyone's just
No, I don't.
everyone
sleep.
on the
Not
plane.
me.
Yeah.
I don't sleep, bro. I was
Dude,
awake. I did sleep on the flight from Texas somehow.
Our flight, I think, were you sleeping at all when you were sick?
No.
Dude, it was just eerie when you, like, in the middle of the night, you just, like, look around and literally everyone on the plane sleeping. It's, like, eerie. It's just, like, so quiet.
As you go around scanning for hot chicks, they can't catch you staring.
Just,
You're walking
get your
around.
binos out.
Yeah, Doug's like got his binos his carry on. He's like,
Alexa's like, what are you doing? Nothing.
oh no, they just wouldn't fit in my
I was
chair.
like,
What are you doing
I
back
was like-
there,
I was
number
looking-
29A?
I was looking for the bathroom.
29B, what a babe.
and he's like, wait, I can't see. Takes out a tripod spotter.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You're up
shit.
walking around the cabin.
He's like, damn, let me break out the phone scope.
You're up in first class looking for people trying to get their Mile High Club
Yeah,
check mark.
excuse me.
Nice.
Hey, can I
wake
get
up,
in
you
there?
asshole.
Can I get in there with you?
Care if I join you?
That looks really comfy.
Yeah.
Have you seen the gym?
Hey, can
I'll
you
check
get
it out.
29A? I can't get up. My Depends is full.
No shit. Send 29A a drink. Can
On
you
me.
do that on a plane? Like a bartender?
I mean,
I'm sure you could
I'm
if
sure
you pay
probably
for it.
could, yeah. Yeah, you paid for it, I guess.
Man, it's too bad you got a girlfriend. We would have like made a goal for you to find a girlfriend on the plane.
That'd be cool.
It's not.
Would
It's
have been
the,
cool.
hey, it's the implication.
Yeah.
You ever seen that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? They're like trying to get girls on the boat because they can't say no and they can't leave because they're on a boat. He's like, I don't know, Dennis. That sounds pretty rapey. He's like, no, it's the implication.
You could scream, but nobody's going to hear you.
Yeah. What an episode. Oh, dude, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a good time.
For sure.
I hope it'll be fun. It can't not be.
It
Fun.
would be.
It's a shame we're all not going to be there together.
It is a dang shame.
Yeah, but the future's bright.
It's a damn shame.
I was thinking the same thing when you said that.
We could put together just 2 weeks of the most epic hunting camp in 2026 for South Africa.
I think we probably ought to try to do that.
And we could, even if we booked like 2 different spots and all met together at one camp.
What if we just said, like,
and had a shuttle?
a big name banger of, like, 2 weeks of the hunt industry?
All right.
That'd be sick.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
The
The
most
biggest collab ever.
the most epic international
the
hunting
biggest
trip
yeah,
ever.
the biggest collab ever in the hunting
The hunting
industry.
camp everyone wants to be in.
Yeah.
Rock hard dudes. Sorry. We're doing that again, aren't we?
I'll be rock hard.
That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, let's do it.
That would be awesome.
All elite family related.
Be pretty dang cool.
That would be cool. Think about it. Mm-hmm. Think about all the possibilities.
All of them.
There's so many.
What's up with Respect the Game? What's coming up? Besides Africa.
Man, it's
Well, we're going to be in Africa.
yeah, man, we got, we're just looking for next year, I guess, this next upcoming season anyway. So we're going to kick it off. It's been good though. I mean, the show's growing, everything's going well. We appreciate everybody watching and tuning in. YouTube's growing, everything. So we're just really focused on putting out good shit. Ryan, Paul, I mean, they're best in class. I mean,
They are.
They're just stand-up dudes and very good at what they do.
I want to say
on
something
their
about
ends.
Ryan first.
Yeah.
That guy is the craziest edits I've ever seen. like on his TikTok and everything. Like his editing is just, I don't know.
Dude,
He's
I
stepping
couldn't
his
even
game up.
imagine how to even
it's a
try
different
doing
level
that.
level of creative.
Yeah,
I
He
mean,
leveled up hard.
it's so creative.
for sure, and I deal with it too. It's all the time with it because he's like, hey, let's do this. I was like, wow, that was kind of goofy, but okay. And then boom, you see some stuff, and it's like,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
We're doing
So
it.
It's
cool.
pretty awesome. And Paul's just, I mean, he's the same way, but a different spectrum.
Yeah.
So that's why it all meshes together
Paul's
so
the
well.
man.
It's we're very blessed to have a team of guys as evolved as they are and creative as they are, and they have the freedom to be that creative as well because, it's
You guys get it.
yeah, it's like, man, we want to go out and we want to produce good shit.
Yeah.
We want to hunt. We all love to hunt. Being able to go hunt and document it, and not just be your ordinary hunt show or form of content. Try to figure out a different way to bring some excitement and actually share the experience without a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Honestly, but doing it in a creative way. And
That's the best thing about Respect the Game. You
Yeah.
get what you need with all the bullshit.
yeah, because literally, I mean, we don't need to go tell you what you're about ready to watch or what you just saw. It's a matter of, hey, get behind the lens, let's go around, let's just go document us having fun hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ryan and Paul's creativeness, gets all that and puts it all together
Man, they
in a
knock
way
it out.
that people like it. So
We need to get Paul in here. Paul's never been in the studio, and we need to get Darren in here. And some more of the elite staff here in the next
sure.
year. Get them in and
for
just
sure,
cut it.
we've been talking about it, but I would love to be able to get the WCB crew up to the factory.
I know.
Yeah.
And we could do a couple different recordings with some of the engineers, see some of the back end of
100%.
Yeah.
TOG and everything. I mean, just because the factory's full of great people and WCB fans as well, so they're going to love it. And
Shout out to them.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it's just like I said, I think it'd be really cool for you guys to see that side of it.
Yeah, we need to do
Yeah,
that.
we need to do that. We had loose dates on it. We just got to pin it down.
Yeah.
Getting it on the calendar is always the biggest challenge.
It is.
That's the biggest challenge.
Yeah, between my schedule, your schedule, it's like
You just gotta get it
I ain't
on
gonna lie,
there.
I mean, I could be a pain in the ass to get a hold of. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and I always thought I'd never
Unfortunately.
be that guy or us too as a
Yeah.
crew. And I'm like going on, like we're turning into those people. That
Yep.
sucks.
It
I've
just-
always
it
said, dude, like
happens.
right
It does.
away. And it's
I'm
like,
telling
fuck,
you, it
I'll
does,
get that to
'cause-
you in 2 weeks. And
Yeah, it does. I mean, you get so wrapped up with everything in life outside of work as well. You know, and
Yeah.
it's like, man, we got to live too, but it's
Yeah.
not intentional at all. I mean, because
Just being
at all,
busy.
It's just life being busy, and it sucks.
It happens.
I'm really feeling the stress of life and juggles and business and like, I'm feeling it. So it's like, fuck, I'm trying, everybody.
Yeah,
You know?
right. Yeah, for sure.
We're figuring this out, but nah, it's all good. We'll figure all that out, man. Yeah, want to get those guys in. Want to get up there to elite and do that. But yeah, I'm excited about the flex. I think this is a big deal.
I did too.
And I want to stress, if you do get one of these, don't worry about hunting with it. Use it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
I think that's the best way we can talk about this product. That's how we're going to use it. And if it leads in where we take it hunting this fall, awesome. If it leads in we take it hunting next fall, that's all right too.
For sure, and
You
I think that what we ought to do is we ought to probably get some initiative away and figure out a way. Maybe,
Oh, you want to give one away?
yeah.
Should we give one away?
I think we should probably do that. We should.
I have an idea.
We'll come up with some. I think you should
What is
see
it?
something.
Let's give one away.
Oh,
Yeah.
great idea, Eric.
Dude, that's a good idea.
Thank you.
I
I,
think
just
we
thought of
should-
it myself.
How do we give one away?
That's something for, I guess, we'll have to come up with.
Okay.
So people better stay tuned, I guess. But in the meantime, if you are interested in buying one, you can go to Respect the Game's website and use WCB20 and get 20% off.
Bam.
Save you some
WCB20 and Respect the
money.
Game. We'll link it in the episode description. WCB20.
It's money off right off the rip.
That's right.
Yeah, let's figure out how to give a couple of these babies away.
Yeah,
This
I'm all about it. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's been and I'm by no means an expert at traditional archery. I'm still learning. It's been a fun journey so far, and
Let's all learn.
I'm really excited to keep shooting it. I'm not going to stop shooting my compound.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, but this has just been a freaking blast. And if you've ever wondered about shooting traditional equipment or whatever, this is definitely a bow that you can customize to fit you and be comfortable shooting. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it
Awesome.
out, get it, have fun. Don't stress out. Just sling some arrows.
Yeah, have
Whatever
some
happens,
fun.
happens. Cool, man. Where can people find Larry McCoy in Elite Archery?
Well, they can elitearchery.com. Obviously, you want to learn more about the Flex and any of the other bows. Me, Larry McCoy 15 on Instagram, Larry McCoy on Facebook. Respect the game. More so, you can go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, hit that subscribe button because we got a lot of content that don't get seen on the show that usually lands over there. And then also the Respect the Game TV, Instagram, and Facebook handles. You can follow along with what's going on there.
Bitchin'.
Awesome.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for the
Badass.
partnership and the friendship.
Thanks for having me on, man. It's always a blast.
Glad to have you on our
It's the
your 50th
39th
time.
Yeah.
51st.
51st.
Well, I have to really lock that number down. I would say you're between 13 and 15.
I would say, it's been a few times.
You got to be up there. There's a couple.
You're about to be on even more in South Africa.
Yeah. Really rank these numbers up here this summer. That's be fun.
And maybe this fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Actually,
should be
Hey,
really
what the
stacking
hell?
them up. We have to look that up. I think you're going to be the record holder.
You have to.
Yeah.
If not, who would be the close second? Scott Bakken's been on a lot.
Jared.
Jared Scheffler's been on a handful.
But not 15.
No, I don't
No.
think 15.
He's got it by far, I bet.
Let's look.
The one thing, though, that I will say is it's been very fun to watch the evolvement of what you guys have done and built and stuff and see from our very first podcast we did to now and going and seeing what you got done, to the studio as far as that expansion. It's been really cool and awesome to see.
I appreciate that.
Well, here I
man.
just found another one that doesn't have your name. There's 590. Well, here I wonder if we can do Elite. Thanks for saying that, Larry.
You bet.
Wait, no, you got more, brother.
Oh, shit.
All right, hold on.
I told you. Somebody shot. You hear that noise in the closet? Nope, that's just me rolling over.
144, 174, 191, 232, 286, 289, 316, 359, 439, 466. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 there.
Now type in Elite.
$12,
Top one.
13,
And then type in Respect the Game.
Oh, Nebraska.
14.
No.
Oh, no. 14, 15,
Yeah.
60.
16.
Yeah.
Probably not on that one.
Now did you type in Respect the Game yet?
We
already got
already
that
counted that one.
16.
So this is number 17 that he's on
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Impressive.
That's impressive.
Good grief.
Good grief.
That's
I
gotta
knew
be-
you look familiar.
Hell, I've seen you before. I think that's got to be the record. Who would hold it? Who would
I'd
hold
recognize you
it?
without the vest.
right.
Yeah, who would hold a close second?
It's got to be.
Jared hasn't been that on many. Whitetail Adrenaline.
Jared's a good dude, too.
He is a good dude. Oh, he's got a lot.
Didn't T-Bone
1, 2,
have quite a few appearances
3, 4.
early? Like, didn't you guys podcast with him quite a bit early?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been more than
No.
5
it's
or
not-
6.
Yeah.
Jared's got around 8 to 10. Oh fuck.
What the hell?
I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 episodes with Bone Collector. I don't know, Larry. I think you got the
I
belt.
think you have.
Boom!
you got
you have
the
the
title.
belt.
You have to.
Keep her going. Come back.
That's gonna be a hard title to chase with
It
our
is.
schedule. I mean, no one. What I mean is that I don't think anyone's gonna beat you.
Heck
Ever.
yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have you any.
Nope.
Like it a lot.
We're calling
like
it.
that a
You're the
lot.
champion.
Yeah, you're the champ. We'll get you an award.
Champ
Champ is here. Champ's here.
Love it. Doug, what do you got?
Thanks for coming.
You bet, buddy.
I'm sad I'm not going to see you in South Africa, but
Well, I'm sad.
hopefully we see you sooner than later.
Set the pace for us, brother.
I can't wait to shoot the flex. Fuck shit up
too.
on a target.
I can't wait for you guys.
I'm not
to
ready for
hear
that
your
yet.
guys' input. Yeah, for sure. On it
That would
because
probably be like a next season thing, not this season.
However long it takes, just enjoy your archery journey.
I don't know, unless I'm just shooting straight darts.
you never know.
Be good.
Probably not.
Right now.
Austin, what
Buddy,
you got,
good.
buddy? Good to see you. Also,
Yeah,
I
it
could see
feels
you.
good to be back. Life's been busy. Feels good to be back in the studio, Larry. It's always a good
Yeah.
time.
For sure.
Really looking forward to this, man. I haven't been this excited for a bow in a long time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's cool. And that, like I said, it's been a fun journey. I'm excited for you guys to get these in your hands and actually fling some arrows through them, just to, just to see how you guys like it and see, because I can tell, knowing that how much you guys are passionate about archery. That once you start, it's going to be like
A new
the same
twinkle in
experience,
our
'cause-
eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
It's just like a new challenge. It's like you know, for yourself. You know.
Yeah. It's a
So,
personal.
yeah.
It's a personal. Archery's a personal thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Eric.
Yeah, kind of piggyback off these two, man. Thanks for coming, and can't wait to get the Flex in the hand and try her out. And good luck in Africa.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys having me again, for sure. I mean, for the 39th time.
Come back another 50 times if
Yeah,
you would.
yeah, for sure.
Kurt, you got anything?
Well, thanks for asking, Doug. It was nice of you.
Just wondering.
Sorry I made fun of you earlier
Sorry.
in the episode. I did it for the people.
Sorry, I spilled Coke on you.
Oh, hey, that's okay. Hey, I'm glad no matter what has happened that our friendship is what's most important,
You're right.
and that we made it through
You're
together.
absolutely right. Tough times.
And I look forward to your proposal in South Africa, man. That's going to be beautiful. Nothing like a proposal on an African sunset.
I'll let Leah know to bring some nice clothes and a dress or something for the proposal.
Yeah,
I'm
something
sure.
white.
I'm sure it would have been beautiful if I did that.
Anyway, thanks, Larry.
Anyway,
And thank you everybody for listening. It's the off season, but it's quickly becoming not the off season.
Very
Everybody
fast.
just hold on. Just relax. Cut out the negativity in the group. We're getting into the mid-July. It's back, baby. Racks are growing. Velvet's looking good. Trail cams are getting out. You know what time it is. You know what time it's almost go time. If you're coming to Africa, it's already is go time. Get back. Have a beer. Just fucking chill out, okay? Don't hate on Lee so much in the group. He means well. He's a passionate guy. He likes to talk.
It's pretty funny though.
And yeah, it's kind of funny. I think he finds a little humor in it. It bothered him at first. Same way that it bothered me when I read the 13-page hate thread on Archery Talk about me.
it happens.
But you know what? At least I'm not insecure, and I don't have to get on Archery Talk to talk shit about really cool people. You know?
It's true.
And thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Larry. Thanks to Lead Archer for the partnership and friendship. You know what to do. Go shoot your elite bow. We love you.
Ooh, nice.
Bye-bye.
Nice.